Guys, go check out our Patreon where you can get our daily morning show and next week's episode today.
Welcome back to the Extra Yard. I'm Jared LoPriore.
And I'm Michael LoPriore. And I also feel like when I do this, you guys should just have like me going like this, and then it just freezes and pauses and says like my rap name, and it's like style of rapping, freestyle, aggressive, hits super straight hard. It's like bam,
Yeah, like that.
That is like every like thing when
Every
they try to
time.
legitimize like
Yeah.
I guess they have legitimized battle rap though.
Yeah, they have. It's like I've been watching so much of it lately too.
I'll
but-
watch it all the time too.
Oh, it's so good.
I get-
but every time it's from the 311. You already know. And it just says like style and all that. But
It's crazy that they have like taglines that the whole crowd knows.
yeah, and it's also crazy that those guys can literally take the amount of spit from another man in each other's faces. And not do anything
It's
to
always
each
the
other.
weirdest thing.
I could
The
never
guy's
do
just
battle
sitting there
rap
like
with
this,
it.
and he's just like,
Yeah, I can.
the guy's like,
Just
I'm in your house, in your blouse, bah! And he's like, yo, can you just...
yeah, dude, just like
It's like, yo, you're spitting on me.
In
It's
my
like,
mouth.
and I'm not even like the
Literally spit in
toughest
my
dude. It's just something about like just how disrespectful they are to each
Yeah,
other.
stop spitting on me.
I love that they dap each other up after.
Yeah, afterwards. Well,
It's
because
like,
it is
let's
kind of
talk-
like a fight, but at least in a fight, you're hitting each other.
It's like, I'll fuck your mom's face off.
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, that was a good line. And
Yeah.
you're like, what?
Yeah,
but you know he's a little tight because he doesn't really make eye contact. It's more just like the quick like
Yeah.
Or they probably don't like.
You
the
got
dude.
me. You
Or
got
they
me that
probably don't-
round.
They probably don't like the dude too. Or it's just it's like like Danny was saying. It's just like they just dap. It's like a battle. It's a battle to them. So.
I want to see the green room interviews like afterwards where it's just like why
Yeah, you know.
There's a few of those.
Yeah,
there's
Right?
some.
Don't they like
out.
interview the dudes
It's music,
afterwards
bro.
or some shit?
Had to
like
talk,
that?
talk about my grandma's titties, man. I didn't really like that, but it was kind of clever, to be honest.
I love how they'll bring up stuff like the person didn't know about it. Be like, let's talk about your autistic son.
Yeah, dude.
Why?
Dude, they go so
Why?
They go so
Yeah, it's like, come on,
they
bro.
go so below the belt sometimes. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, dude. Like, it's crazy because, I mean, I get mad over the fact, like, if someone was like, yo, your mom's walking a little bit slower than she used to, like, she's getting old, I'd probably be like, what are you trying to say?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like,
You know what I mean? And
why are you
these
peeping my
kids,
mom's stride, bro?
and these kids these kids, and these guys, or I don't know, some of them are older, some of them are, like, in their 40s now, because it's not like you need that much, physical strength
to battle rap, yeah.
battle.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of them will be like, yo, your fucking dad fucking ran out on you and the whole fucking family and shit, and you're just gonna let that happen?
Fucking Lux.
Man, I'd be scrapping. And they always do and I got the 9, and I got the 8.
Yeah.
After the claps in.
Yo, battle rap is all about how big your gun is. It's like,
Yeah, every time.
I'll pull it
Every
out.
time.
I was like, bro, if you pull out this big of a gun, you're gonna need another guy.
I usually hit him with
They
the
just
bow and
get so
arrow.
hyped.
Yeah, no, they get
They get so hyped.
that's-
Be like, I need more of that. Came back, got all that. Pulled out the max size of Snorlax. I'm just like,
and then and then you have Don DeMarco
and shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
yeah, shit like that, which they still do till this day.
They're so animated, like with like their weaponry.
I would love to go
Put
to
a scope out, let it poke out, let a couple shots off. You don't even see the smoke out.
Yeah.
Don DeMarco, shit
And
like
I'm not
that.
gonna
shit
lie,
like that.
I've never seen some lines are really fire, but I've never seen people lose their shit over just words before so hard in my life.
Well, battling in far as hip hop culture goes back to like, I mean, it was breakdancing and all of that. Like, I mean, I guess that's still around. I've lost that part of that culture for me, where it's like you look at rap now and it's just like.
Do you watch rap battles?
I'm
Sorry to
almost
interrupt.
40, so it's different. Like what I'm looking at now from when I was younger. I guess there's still part of that culture that's around, but that shit used to be so much more fun. Like what you're talking about,
Yeah.
like just people spitting in each other's faces, and nobody was really
Dude,
mad.
it's like
Nobody
2
was that
hours.
mad, like
It's like 2 hours though of just screaming in another man's face
About guns.
about guns. I
Sneak in your
I
mom's
I feel
home.
like if you're a
It's like-
terrorist, like the FBI doesn't even fucking
I love the random-
interrogate you that hard.
the random blind kid that's really dope. He's just like, where's it at? I'm gonna fucking.
Oh, Blind Fury? Are you talking about?
Motherfucker
Wait, you
out.
remember Blind Fury?
If I could see you,
From,
I'd
106
pee on you.
Yeah, 106 Park. Yeah.
Fuck with me, I'll put the G on you. Mike's over here. They gotta like
Yeah.
redirect him every now and then.
There
Oh,
was,
my
yeah.
bad,
There was
my bad. Blind
There
Fury
was
was
Blind
his name.
Fury.
Just
Yeah, on,
spitting off away
yeah.
from the mic, like, dog.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, you fucking suck.
Yeah.
Everything about you sucks.
Yeah.
I'm
We're
like,
gonna,
yo,
we're gonna laugh
yeah.
him. We're gonna laugh him. He's not talking into the mic.
I'll never
I was
forget.
like, dude, you're rapping to your seeing eye.
One of the
dog right
funniest ones I ever saw though. One of the funniest ones I ever saw though. Dude's spitting and he's just like, and he already knows. And the other guy goes, "Don't fucking touch me! Don't touch me!" And he goes, yo, we're rapping, dude. And we're rapping, dude. Chill. And he already knows, like, they go back to it every time they rewind back, and then the dude just, like, flips out on him and gets in his face. And I'm like, and I'm just watching it, and I'm like, I'm this other dude because just the aggression, like, seeing these guys touch each other. And then
it bothers the fuck out of me.
It honestly bothers me, too. I'm not even there. Yeah. That's how sensitive I am. I'm just like, I can't watch like, another person just touch another. It's the same thing. I went to a fucking Rage Against the Machine concert.
Oh, how was that?
All right, it was
Insane
in Queens. It was on Randall's Island.
Yeah.
So first off, it was all hip hop first. It was like Styles P, Wu-Tang. Dude, it was how do you go from Cypress Hill to Rage Against the Machine?
Completely different.
Yeah.
The whole thing was like chilling, smoking, doing your thing, and then like, and then the next thing is like,
smoking.
everybody get out! Like just fucking like, come with it now, baby. Yeah. Don't ever do what the government says.
Mike actually looks like Tom Morello whenever I see him.
Oh yeah,
I met him in person.
I
was like, dude,
before,
looks just
well,
like
yeah.
Michael.
Well, because I just look like a bald. Whenever I shave everything, I just look like a turtle.
Dude.
I look like a Puerto Rican turtle whenever I get rid of the facial hair.
What's the longest?
Oh yeah. But I went to Rage Against the Machine, and I'll never fucking forget this in my life because I'd never been in a mosh pit before, ever. Never been in a mosh pit before, and it goes from like Cypress Hill to whatever. But we knew they were getting on. They were doing like the stage adjustments because I mean it's a big adjustment to going
And
from.
you're stoned at that point because Cypress Hill left. You're smoked out.
Oh, we
Yeah,
smoked.
yeah.
Yeah,
Your
a girl
energy level
passed
was
out.
way
A
down.
girl passed out in front of me, and I'll never forget her just like going to the ambulance, being held by like 9 dudes. And I'm sitting there. I'm like, yo, this is for real. This is a concert. This is fire. And it's outside. I'm like, damn, she must have been really fucked up. But it was hot out. So Rage Against the Machine comes on at night. Yeah. And we're sitting there, bro. And I'm like, yeah, I got this. I'm with. And I don't think you went to it.
No.
It was
Rock the Bells, right?
Yeah, it was me. I got left back. What up to all my left backers? In high school, and it was all Danny's friends. So we went to this concert, and it's nighttime. It goes into them, and they're playing the first song. And I swear to God, I've never seen so many like Hispanic and black people shift with white people.
It was like
It was literally
substituting,
dude. And I remember seeing it, and I'm like, oh, Rage, whatever.
And like white exit stage
not,
left.
not that there, and I'm not saying that there aren't, because there's a lot of diverse people that like Rage Against the Machine. But I'm just telling you, I saw the fucking wave of the difference. Yeah. So I just get in there. And I'll never forget everyone just mad ready to mosh. Like, they all had mosh faces on, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, dude, I'm on 150. And and also, like, I just don't want to be touched by anybody that I don't fucking know.
Right. So
we're sitting there, and it's not even moshing. It's just gentle rub on.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting
That's
there, and I'm just
foreplay,
like,
though,
fuck.
for
Yeah.
the
You're
mosh.
starting to get the
That's
elbow.
rules. That's
And I'm
rules
like,
of
you
the
know,
pit.
That's
yeah,
how
but
they
I'm
get
like,
you
you know
wet.
what? I'll do this because Danny, they know how I grew up. Like, I'm like, you know, I'll get excited for it. I'll just do this. It's not something I'm used to. Whatever. I don't want to be touched. I'll probably honestly will fight somebody. And I'm not even a tough guy. Again, I'm just trying to, you know, enjoy it. I get there and I just see this fucking like this no shirt on, bare chested fucking redheaded Viking dude. And I'm not even talking. Remember the guy from YouTube, the dude, the old
Techno Viking.
Techno Viking?
Yeah.
Dude, exactly like him. Just and it's almost like everyone knew to just separate.
Like, yo, get away from him.
Yeah, but everyone was moving, and while they were moving, they were like still staring at me. I feel while they were being mushed away, and you just see this dude just emerge from like the darkness.
It was like facing
Final
the boss.
It was final boss time.
Scary. I was like, I'm going.
like
I
M.
literally,
Bison.
I had to run through the crowd to get out of there, and I still watched Rage, and it was amazing. But mosh pits are just.
So you bailed on the mosh.
I bailed on the mosh.
Dude, I
Yeah.
see mosh pits all the time, and you see like videos of them, and you're like, yo, these people are insane. It's like they line up on different sides, and it's like an old school war when you were like
It is.
running at each
Yeah.
other
It is,
with
yeah.
swords.
Yeah.
No strategy.
Yeah.
Bodies.
Yeah.
And I'd be the guy in the middle, like trying to mediate, like, guys, for the concert, like,
Guys,
you know,
relax.
Yeah.
We all have work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Fucking
and,
four
and,
seats,
and
man.
I don't know if any
What
of them
the
can,
fuck?
but barely of them look like they can fight because they're throwing the funniest punches.
Yeah, you
I've
don't
ever
have
seen.
to fight.
Well, it's
Mosh
not.
punch-
It's just like throwing.
Yeah, I think it's like their style. It's like a style or something.
Yeah.
There-
There's nothing dumber
Yeah.
than a mosh pit.
Oh, it's so stupid.
And you want to know why it's
so
dumb?
stupid. And there are gonna be people in the comments like, oh,
Yeah, but you never really moshed. Let me tell you something. No, I haven't, and no, I will never will.
Yeah,
because
chill.
guess what? A bunch of white people running into each other at full speed.
Scary.
Not great. All right.
Especially
Would you watch
nowadays. In the
No
90s,
rhythm?
it was like you were like,
Just
oh, this is
rhythmless-
fresh. This is new
rhythmless
and weird.
mosh.
rhythmless flailing?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. They're like, I'm not a good dancer. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
headbutt.
And the
fuck out of
reason
this
it's
dude right now.
dumb is because there's like rules to the mosh
Yeah,
There's like, if like someone like there's no punching or like no elbows or like this. I'm like, dude, what is this?
It's like you're
there
flailing
is?
your
I didn't know
arm.
that.
What kind of white gang
It's like
initiation?
the fight scene
there's
from
like-
Anchorman. It's like no touching
Touching
of
of
the
the hair.
face or hair.
He's like, of course.
Imagining a dude bleeding from his nose, he's like, bro, no elbows.
Yeah.
Why you just hear like in the background? He's like, dude, you're not supposed to use elbows.
Mosh pitting is probably one of the whitest things you could possibly do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's up there.
Oh yeah, easily. And
You
it
think
definitely. I feel like I don't even know. Did it start here? I want to know like the indigenous background to like mosh. I feel like it starts some weird place in like.
I think it's
Germany.
just like
gotta be a
it's the
metal
kind of
thing.
music that like these like kids who are like have this always pent up anger for no reason, and they're just
Yeah,
like,
I'd
you know,
say.
like flail.
I'd say.
Yeah.
Like you ever go in your room when your parents yell at you and you're upstairs and you're just like,
Yeah.
fuck you, mom.
Like,
Best mosh pit I've ever seen though, and I'm gonna get Mimi here is the yo, what's up, Denny's? And did you guys see that? Oh my! It's this video of this rock group, and they're at a Denny's, legit, and they're performing at a Denny's. I guess Denny's gave them like a gig spot or some shit. Or gave them like
that's not an easy spot to get either.
Denny's just
and
isn't
the first
booking
thing
anyone.
and the first thing the kid says is, "Yo, what's up, Denny's?" And everyone just starts losing their shit and like breaking lights. Yeah, they had like a fight. They're like breaking fucking lights and shit in the
Who
Denny's.
wants a grand slam?
I'm telling you, it's so funny.
Have you ever been watching TV? Because we're all out in New York. It's like you see like a Sonic commercial. It's like, have you ever fucking seen a
I've
Sonic?
never seen a sign
in New
No,
York.
Sonic.
Yeah, and why
I
are
see
they
a
doing
Sonic
the
like on
It's a
throughway.
Joyzy.
I'm like,
It's a Joyzy thing,
I've
isn't
crossed
it?
like 6 lanes to get into the fucking throughway.
Like a Krispy Kreme? Where the Krispy Kreme?
They don't-
No.
Yeah.
They used to have a factory that we used to rob all the time.
The
We were
Krispy
younger.
Kreme factory.
Yeah, so like there was a
Sticky
so
bandits?
so down the so down the block from my mom's house there was like all these like because we like Rikers is over there
Gotcha.
and like right outside of Rikers there's a bunch of like factories for like these companies like Steinway Pianos down there.
Right, because Rikers is on the water, right?
Yeah, it's like a mile long bridge, but like before
it
that,
better be.
yeah.
If it's called an island.
Before that,
that's usually how it works.
there
Better
should
be
be
on an island.
a bunch of factories, and one of them was Krispy Kreme. So we would just
Oh,
we
really?
used to like sneak into their gate because I mean the gate was open, but like we would sneak into the gate and like get onto the whatever. Like there's like a platform where the trucks just drive up to, and either we would run onto the trucks and take out full trays, or
Right.
we
I
would
was gonna
even
say,
open
could
the
you just-
door
could you just-
and then grab a tray that was like right there.
How many times did you almost OD on Krispy Kreme products?
A lot,
Yeah.
dude. We've stolen from them
Rehab.
mad times.
Rehab it
They like
year
moved
after
though.
and
They're
all
not
that.
there anymore. We used
I
to
feel
rob
like
them all the time.
you've been from Queens forever, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's the most Queen shit to do. Like
Yeah.
kids stealing from fucking trucks that are packed with foods and
Now
stuff like
there's-
that.
Just
there's
Krispy
like-
Kreme,
we used to-
warm ass Krispy Kreme
Yeah,
donuts.
yeah.
Also,
you guys are
another
like
thing.
you're like the Newsies, the
You want
Newsies
to hear
boys.
something else? We
started a gang called the Krispy Queens.
yeah.
Just running around and stabbing
Another
people.
thing, there was a bakery that was a couple blocks from my house, and one day we went up to them and we were just like harassing them through the window to give us free bread.
Yeah.
And they did one time, and it was mad warm and so good. So we would show up like randomly all the time, be like, "Yo, what's good with the bread?" And they'd hand us bread like fucking Aladdin.
How many
They would
times?
just get-
That's very third world.
How many times did you hit Krispy Kreme?
Mad times. I
Was
don't
it
know.
like the fucking Lufthansa heist?
well, because it's in the same spot, so you know how
No, but you know, like when you're a kid and
So how
like
do you think I paid for all this nice stuff?
it's like I sold all those fucking donuts.
Mine, bro.
No, but I
You can get a piano, a fucking
No, you can't get a
great.
piano.
You get a piano, a nice fucking donut, and you can go to jail within like a 1 mile radius.
Yeah.
exactly.
You're not gonna do like a long bid.
But I feel like little riff-raff ass like Queens kids, you guys are probably know all the back streets and shit, so you know how to get out of there super quick and shit. You just,
Yeah, I mean you just scatter.
How many people
Also,
did you
it's
take
in
on a heist?
Oh my god! Sometimes it would be. Like,
You had
you
to
know,
look
you know
out.
when you're like 14 to 16, and it's like you don't really do anything. You just pick a spot and you just stand around there.
yeah.
You know, so at some points we're like, let's just like go to Krispy Kreme and like take donuts or whatever. And so it would be like 20 of us.
Let me ask this: how would you guys communicate back then? Was this like what year is this? Like
No, we would all just meet at the park because no one had phones.
Yeah.
We would just meet at the park and then we'd be
Yeah.
like, all right, yo, we'll meet at Portobello at like 6:30. And then like Portobello is like this mini mall over here. That Portobello is the name of a pizzeria. But
Yeah.
like we would just meet up there and just sit on the benches literally all night.
I'm just thinking of you
That's
guys
it.
just
Like
like
Reservoir Dogs?
just like
crushing
just like
pizza.
snapping and getting the plans down right. You're like
Cream.
Marco's gonna go in first.
Marcus gonna go first.
Then we're gonna
Skinny.
Then we're gonna have Skeeter as the lookout. Yeah.
Slam.
Go in and start.
But it's funny because we
Joe, like 3 dudes just come out with fucking box, just like walking like gorillas, which is Krispy Kreme fucking box.
Got him.
And just
Did I tell
He's
you?
got cream all over his face. He ate one. We gotta go, dude.
Did you
told you not to
growing
buy
up in
anything.
Queens? Were you like rivaling with Brooklyn or Manhattan or anything? Do you
No,
remember
we
that
didn't.
as a
We
young
didn't know
age?
anybody from those neighborhoods. I mean, there were some kids that we like. It's actually funny that you were doing this thing because there was a time that me, Keith, my next door neighbor, and this other kid got into a fight with these 4 Indian kids that lived across the street.
Indian, like Native American or like
No,
Hindu?
like Hindu. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
So
Damn, hate
they,
crime, fire.
they lived across the street. They lived like my house. The way it was, it's like it's your house, and then there's an alleyway, and then there's the other house's backyard. So your
Right.
backyards are like facing each other. And we were in the alleyway that like no cars really drove down, and we fought like 4 and 4 like in lines and like fought each other.
Yo, I mean, that's
like West Side
that's-
Story, like
that's-
very like.
That's kind of fire. That's how it should
It was
be.
like man on man. Like
Yeah,
you
because
just-
it was like I had the
you were
smallest
you
kid because I was the youngest.
You're like moving
Yeah.
spots. You're like, no, move over. This
we were
guy's
we
bad.
were we were fighting in the suburbs, so it was very not really coordinated like that.
It was very dazed and confused.
It was just
Yeah.
everyone just running into each other, yeah, and just like
There was that too, but there
yeah.
was at that
like
time
the
it was
brawls.
funny.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
reason I asked is because it's like growing up in Yonkers. I guess Yonkers was always trying to find a place that like fit in with Brooklyn and like the
Yeah, and
Bronx
he grew up really
and all this.
different than
Yeah,
we
right.
did.
My
in
brother
the
Jared
suburbs
is
anyway.
hood.
I'm really not. I spent more time in that side of Yonkers, but it was like you would go to other places like Brooklyn or Manhattan to a party and everything, and it's like, you know, where I was hanging out was a shitty neighborhood. You know, people were getting killed and shit. It was like the crime rate was pretty bad. But you always wanted to prove to like the boroughs.
Yeah, safe
that
to
you
say
were
we
part-
never went anywhere
that
with
you were
Jared.
part-
Jared was like, "Yo, come over to my house." I came over one time, just heard scat, bat, bat, bat.
It was.
And I was just like,
shit.
"Yo, I think I'm gonna go home,
Yeah.
dog. I appreciate it."
You're like, why is this building got so many holes in it? I'm like, there's fucking bullet holes, bro.
Dude, he was like, I went to his apartment once and I heard scat, cat, 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 cat. I was like, yo, he's like, oh yeah, it's Wednesday. It's when they let the AKs off on the roof. And I was just like,
Yeah,
yo,
we went.
where am I?
I remember we went somewhere for 4th of July too. And 4th of July in the hood is crazy because they have
Bananas.
people on the roofs like
Well, they
CIA
can't afford,
and
they
shit.
can't afford fireworks.
Or like,
they just
like,
use whatever ammunition they have left over for the year. Like
yeah.
from last quarter. You
Yeah.
have any ammo from last quarter?
Yo, you just see like
Where's
one
our
dude-
Q1 ammo?
You see like one dude on one roof. You see another guy on another roof, and everyone's just like doing it in like
I'll tell.
synchronization.
Yeah,
It's
I'll
like
tell you a
it's
funny
like,
story.
It's like hood beautiful. It's like the most beautiful thing I ever seen. Because I remember we went and and the cops would come through. You're like, oh, it's a wrap, and then they'd be like, you guys have like a few more hours because even around the neighborhood,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
cool. I forgot where it was that you took me. I think it was like this. I don't know, somewhere. In
He
the
took
city
me
or
to
something.
somebody's house once, and the guy was on crutches. And I was like, "Oh man, what happened? Did you break your ankle or something?" He was like, and I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, what happened? Like, you playing like basketball?" He's like, "No, I got shot."
Yeah, I got shot.
Yo, but
And I was just
everybody
like, oh, all right, that's
loved every time we went there. Everybody loved him so much.
I was
like,
really good at staying neutral.
yeah,
That's really
yeah,
what it
yeah, well,
was.
yeah. You got to be
I
smart,
could go
right?
to any neighborhood. I could chill with any crew. It was just like Jared. All he wants to do is chase tail,
like a
smoke
d-
bud.
it's like
and
a
make
dude with no
jokes.
eye
I
talking to me.
never-
It's like
I
a-
never had like a macho edge to me in the hood, and that was the reason I survived because these dudes were at another level. Where if I had to, like, if you had to try to blend in with the tougher part of it,
You got to bring the blicky
you
with the
dude, you got to be
sticky
fuck. Yeah, you got to. You know what I mean? And
It's
I
like
was
a-
like, I'm not built for that. These dudes
Fish
were,
hook yourself.
yeah, that's what was going on. That's all
That
I
shit was
had.
sexy, dude.
That's
God
that
damn.
was the trigger lock getting stuck. It was.
Yeah, that shit was.
But I'll tell you a funny story. So me and a friend of mine, who I won't mention his name because he's probably still wanted for a bunch of shit. We most likely or already in prison. We would go to the rooftops and we would shoot off the roof and stuff like that. So we're the thing jams up on us, right? So he's like, "Yo, let's go back into the vestibule of the roof to whatever to try to figure it out." We're standing in a room that's literally the size of a bathroom, right? And we're looking at each other, and he's messing with this thing, and bam, the shit just goes off, right? And in a small space, like a gun goes off.
yeah.
Dude, literally
In a
like
small
that.
room?
Yeah, I'm like fucking, yeah, I'm like Tom Hanks in Saving Private Ryan. Everything,
slow motion now.
like the war doesn't matter anymore. I'm just kind of like dazed and walking around. And he's like, and he's going, and I'm like, what? And finally the sound comes
Oh,
back.
you
He's like,
couldn't
yo,
hear
did I
him?
fucking shoot you? And I'm like, what? I don't know. Did you?
No, he's like,
Dude, the gun literally went off between my legs.
Oh, almost shot that
and,
dude.
and almost fucking shot
what
me.
was it, like a 9
It was
millimeter?
a
or something?
it was a 380 that he was putting 9 bullets in that just didn't fit.
Right.
And they just
God.
it would
Jam.
let off a few and then it would jam up. And the thing literally pulled back the carpet, and there it was, between my legs,
there?
dude,
Oh, it's
stuck
crazy.
in the rug. After that, I was just like,
Almost shot that dick.
Yo, almost shot that dick.
Almost
off.
shot
It's
that
like,
dick.
You know, honestly, like, I need.
I'm just thinking that, like, if you just shot the toilet and there was mad shit in it, and you
Imagine
looked
he
up
shot
and your
me.
boys just got shit. Am I hit? No,
Yo, let's shoot my dick. You're like, no, there's shit all
It's like, I
over
would
the
have rather
face.
get shot.
But
I think I shit myself.
in my teeth.
But I remember thinking to myself, like, none of these motherfuckers are educated on how to use guns because they would go out shooting all
Yeah.
the time and nobody
Yeah.
would get shot. I'm like,
But I
you
feel
guys
like
just shot like 600
I feel
rounds.
like if you
Yeah.
shot
There isn't one dead person. How? I'm like, you guys are fucking terrible
Yeah,
at this
yeah, yeah.
because they would just run around and just blast.
Why
into
does
the
this
air.
hand go up too when you start shooting?
It's for balance. It's like when you're on a like a balancing
fucking
thing, you
horse.
just-
Yeah, it's like you're on a fucking like.
Also, I feel like.
bull.
Also, I feel
Oh.
like. Also, I feel like if you're in the hood
Terrible.
and you hold a gun like this, someone's gonna. You're either gonna get your ass kicked or someone's gonna be like, "Yo, this guy."
Yeah, but you're gonna you're
It's like, hey,
Can you imagine
Charlie's Angels? Put it down.
Can you imagine somebody just like, "Yo, dog, I got this, cuz."
Yeah, man.
yeah.
But
Just holding up a perfect little palm.
This was all years and years and years ago.
What
by
year
the
was
way.
that?
It
Was
was.
this like 93?
Uh,
Jared was also at the height of.
I was 13.
Yo,
late 90s.
I remember
late
Tupac was
90s,
dying when this kid was a teenager
Late
and
90s,
shit.
late 90s.
There's a lot
early
going
Different time,
2000s.
different time.
Late 90s, early 2000s.
What you said about the when the gun went off in like a small space you can't hear. There's actually one time it was really funny because I was like far away and my buddy we were like in Connecticut and he took like a can of like shaving cream or something and threw it into a fire.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it
Which
just
is
went
like the first thing
it just
you
went
write on a can, like
it-
do not incinerate.
don't- yeah, exactly.
or
And then it just
put
went-
near flame.
and then you just were deaf. And
Oh,
and I
oh,
just-
flashbang.
You're
No,
just
you,
that
you
quick.
literally just hear boop,
Yeah.
like that, and then you can't hear anything. And I see my two friends walk around. They're like,
Just
"Yo!" And they're
Yo, I
screaming.
can't- I
they're
can't
screaming
get
at each other.
a-
They're
Yeah,
like,
I
I'm like,
would
"Yo!"
too.
smells
Yeah,
like menthol.
I
can't hear. Yo!
I bug out when that shit happens. I bug out when that shit happens during Call of Duty. I can't imagine that happening to your brain and your
Seriously.
oculars, like in real life.
It's scary shit, man.
It's
And-
even scarier with that because at least with a flashbang, you know what happened because like it also flashes in front of you.
Right.
This is just like you're walking around, you hear ding, and then all of a sudden you're deaf, and you're like,
Yeah, dude.
I think the only
in
time
this
I ever had
tiny room,
anything like
man.
that remotely happen to me, none of the gun situations, but I think the only time I ever even shot gun was, you remember when Dad also used to take us to, I'm sidetracking, but
Yeah, he didn't believe me when I told him.
"What?"
my dad used to take us to like these
jamborees.
fucking like
Jamborees.
Native American like, well like you can use this gun if you'd like, or like like they talk to you mad soft.
What the fuck are you talking?
And he'd
about?
come up. My
Those
dad used to take us to
jamborees.
these places that were like, you shoot muzzle loaders. You don't shoot like actual guns.
What, you're, like, biting
bro?
off?
Yeah.
As soon as you shoot it, you gotta fucking give it some plumbing afterwards. You
Yeah.
gotta fucking stick shit in it and then put it back.
It's like a
And
musket.
I'm sitting there, dude. I'm like 6. I can barely even hold the thing. And this guy's like, you gotta clean it. You gotta clean it. And I'm like, what the fuck? I don't know what you're talking about.
Put it in, hurry
He's
up.
like, you gotta clean it.
Where was this in Jersey?
In Jersey,
Jersey.
he brought us to like this thing. It was a jamboree, and it was like, he's like, all right, like come over here, and like he was covering it, and he was like, shoot this musket. So like I caught like an owl on my arm and shit, which
Right.
was kind of cool.
What?
Yeah. So the guy was like, the
Dude,
guy-
all outside shit.
yeah, like, I walked out there and it was like catch an owl, and I was like, what the fuck?
Right.
And I was like, okay.
Sign me up.
So he put that big ass glove on me,
Yeah.
and he just sent this owl
The
off.
leather gauntlet.
He's like, all right, I'm gonna send her out. He was like, yeah, and like it sent the owl out, and the owl was gone. And he was
Right.
like, put your hand up, and he put like a little piece of food on me, and I was just like this, and this owl just came down. I was like, sprout, and sat on me, and I was like, yo, that's fire. And then he was like, yo, I got something even cooler.
Yo, the real deal too. Just like
Yeah.
once it gets on, it's just like,
He was like, yo, I got something even
You
cooler.
guys want to take it to the next level?
Yo, this dude brings.
muzzle
Got an
loader.
eagle, bitch.
Yo, this dude brings a fucking eagle out
Dude, eagles are
with a wingspan like Kevin Durant.
Dude, they're big.
Yo,
and the eagles
huge.
are big.
So he was like, yo, you got to be careful though. Yo, when
How old were you?
Probably 3rd grade.
Dude,
fourth
we
grade.
were
What's wrong with this guy?
Dude,
my
that
dad-
thing could have
yeah.
grabbed you and like flew away.
Yeah, just drop.
Yo,
Yo, the
when it
guys at
grabbed me-
jamborees didn't give a shit. The dude's yelling at me like I'm a fucking Civil War fighter.
so
He's like,
jam-
clean your barrel. And I'm like, dude, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do.
Like, God damn it, soldier.
faster.
My dad's like
he's having-
laughing.
he's having
My dad's
flashbacks?
laughing. Yeah, my
was-
dad's like, my dad's like, oh, he's
Jamboree-
coming to man. Like,
Jamboree was like what, like a monthly thing? That
yeah.
Just like a
It was
festival.
obviously it has to be like in like
People would sell
fall
guns.
into like spring.
Gotcha.
People would sell guns and like hunting equipment, but they would have all these little expos that you could do. So when the fucking eagle flew onto my arm, it took my arm.
right.
Like
Yeah,
it went,
dragged you?
like it swept down. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
He was like, all right, give her back, give her back. I was just like, all right,
You're
goddamn,
talking
dude.
about your arm.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
referring to your arm as her. Yeah.
But,
It's like, give him his arm back.
and that's when he was like, you want to do something even cooler?
Yep.
And I was like,
Cooler than that?
Yeah. And he was like,
I got a pterodactyl.
yeah. I have a Boeing 737.
Yeah. Also, you just hear, like in the background coming out of nowhere, and you're like, "That's not really a
I
pterodactyl."
got a fucking Charizard. Put your arm out.
That's just Charmeleon, bro.
That's just Charmeleon.
And then he was
crazy.
like, let's go shoot something.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be BB guns because I was shooting BB guns before. And it was a fucking musket.
It was a cannon.
With, like, the
Yeah,
funnel
dude,
in.
that's the
Like the
shit that
flare.
they
Yeah.
were letting kids. I mean, cause like I don't know.
They would hold you and just be like, all right, like, kickback's a little crazy. So I was just like, all right, that's fine. And then I remember I shot it, and the whole fucking weapon just went into the air.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's only one load, so it's not going to go off when it hits the ground, but it was like, pow.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
When I
That
was
shit did a did a backflip and everything. I was like, this is fucking crazy. He's like,
Powerful
come on,
guns. I mean, they're old school, but they're fucking
Yeah.
powerful. It's one shot.
when I was in Vegas, we went to a gun range, like a few of us.
Yeah.
And we're just like talking to the guy beforehand, and like he like tells you like, oh, you know, you gotta keep your headphones on, like whatever the entire time when you're in the range.
Yeah.
And we're in there. We have them on, and like we're shooting our first gun. It's like, haha, right, like a little pistol, whatever. The people 2 rows over, to like next to us, are shooting a 50 cal sniper, which,
is
I'm not even
amazing.
kidding. Like, first of all, the bullets are this big.
Yeah, they look like legs.
It was
They look like lasers
It was
coming
the
out.
loudest sound ever. Like I felt my entire chest. Like it was like good dome.
Yeah.
And my friend was taking a picture.
Yeah.
And it scared him so much that he ended up taking a picture of the ceiling.
yeah, because it was just that. It's just like that.
And you
that
were like-
power of a gun, dude.
And honestly, I get like we're at a gun range and like
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
shooting
yeah.
guns, having fun. No one needs to shoot that.
I mean, even now, me and my friend Jimmy, we went up to fucking upstate somewhere, like Lake. I don't know where the fuck it was.
It was a lake.
It was near Lake George. It's like one of those places.
Jim.
And we just
Jorge.
shot literally on the side of the road, which you can't do there, but we did it anyway.
It's like the Spanish Harlem of
Yeah,
lakes.
yeah. No, dude. Jimmy stops the car. He goes, "Yo, we're just gonna shoot it right here on the side of the road." And I'm like, "All right, straight. Like, let's do it." So we get on the side of the road and we're doing it. And I'll never forget. This fucking guy comes up. There's no one that really lives up in this part too, where his lake house is. And we get there. He goes, "Yo, like you fellas are." First off, everyone upstate thinks that they're from Texas. It's like the funniest thing ever. But I love upstate New York because it's chill, it's quiet. But we get up there and the dude's like looking at us like we're sketchy because we're on the side of the road, and I'm just like,
Well,
he
you're
goes,
sketchy.
"You guys need help?"
Brown dude with a pump shotgun.
Yeah,
on the side of the road.
Yeah.
But he's
That's
like,
sketchy.
He's like, "You guys need
Even if I
help
know
or
you,
whatever."
that's
I swear to God, the way that this guy was talking, even though he definitely saw me like throw the first off, I just like threw a shotgun back into the fucking back of a car like that's a great idea, and then you definitely saw it. But this guy, you could just tell he's the same guy who would have definitely got out and been like, "You want to try mine?" You know what I mean? Yeah. It was that kind of situation, and then like
I got something you really like.
we got out. No, he was like cool with it. He drove past, and we just shot. I remember we just shot in the trees. But even then, like, you can act like you're ready to shoot a shotgun, and you're never. You have to like. It's got to be like a perfect hold down. It's physics, dude.
Yeah,
I
it
shot
depends what
my
you're
my
shooting.
uncle has like an insane amount of guns. When we were leaving his house, he lives in Maine. He was shooting a cannon into the woods because he has like all these acres or whatever. It was ridiculous.
That's kind of fire though.
But my grandpa, my grandpa, it was like that was we went to he's like, all right, see you guys later. My grandpa though, he gets a gun and he shoots like this. My grandpa fought in like World War II and shit.
Yeah.
he has
Definitely kill people.
oh,
yeah,
so, he's, so,
killed.
so he's just
Hundo.
If you
absolutely
were in
thugged out.
World War II,
You killed someone.
you killed someone.
It was the funniest thing.
And it's like hands down.
And like lit a cigarette off their head.
We're like setting up like little targets and we're all like shooting or whatever, just like normally. My grandpa gets up there.
just
from the side.
He's blowing people. Yo, he's hitting all the targets from like
Yeah,
his
yeah.
hips.
Just like
He's
some
bang,
Western
bang,
shit.
bang, bang, bang,
Yeah,
bang.
Christ.
yeah.
He's your grandpa
Mad
fucking
funny.
Clint
It's like-
Eastwood.
he's just like fucking Nazi.
Our
Kraut.
Our grandfather was actually the first time I saw a gun. My mother's father, who just passed away recently. bless him.
Holy shit.
He he used to keep guns in the
grandpa?
house all the time, but they lived in a shady area in the Bronx. And he and I guess he was known for having money because of the business that he was in, and they had a couple break-ins. But you would go into his house and there'd be like a 38, just like there'd be like a bunch of like WrestleMania recorded like VHSs, like perfectly just in order cereal, like whatever year it was.
You just have to slide the 38 over.
A big like collection of like yellow chiclet gum. Remember the yellow
Yes.
chiclet
Hell
gums?
yeah.
Right? Of course you did. You'd eat like 6 pieces of it.
How thugged out was a guy with a
fully
fucking
loaded
piece
38,
and eating gum
like,
that has
on
no
the fucking
flavor?
thing. Just going nuts on
Yeah,
it.
he had like I remember one time like
He had rifles. He had
everything.
shit.
He also had a dog named Bullet
Yeah, he did.
who was
Oh my
crazy.
God.
But
Guys-
he
guys
it was
like
Akita.
dogs.
It was an Akita.
yeah.
Oh, those things are
And he
fucking
was-
mean.
Dude.
They're only loyal to one person, and they only give a fuck about one
just
person.
yeah.
Everybody else is just fucking
Food.
shredded
It's
meat.
just food,
And I know he's dead, God rest his soul. But he would talk very funny, like his English was funny. He would call Bullet Bule.
Bule.
He'd be like, oh shit, it's Bule.
Hey, like bule,
Bro.
bule,
Bule.
bule.
This
Bule,
dog
bule.
was literally like the Sandlot dog. You know, like we would look through a hole and you just like,
Yeah.
and like, but he loved my grandfather so much. He's just such a really, really loyal dog.
Yeah, dog was kind of
but,
crazy.
Yo,
Nuts.
dog escaped from. Never saw it again, by the way. So he definitely got shot somewhere
He
in the
almost
Bronx.
killed our uncle. He chewed up
Dude,
Hector.
Yeah.
violent dog.
in the driveway, attacked him, and they had to like beat him. With
Dude
a stick.
got out. I remember, dude.
ripped his arm out.
I remember being young. This is how bugged out this dog was. I remember being
that.
younger and being like, this dog just ran out, got out somehow, attacked like 3 people before it bounced.
Yeah.
Because just why not? And I remember being younger and being like, that dog's dead. Somebody shot a cop or someone. That dog must have just been going around attacking
Either that or
like,
he
kids at
just
open
terrorizing
fire
them.
hydrants and
Just
shit. It was
set
like,
up,
summertime
organized
too.
crime.
I don't
like, a
know
few
what
miles
I don't know
away.
what it is about me. Anytime there's like a lost dog, I'm always inclined to like take it home.
What do you mean, like, and not return it?
No, and like return it.
Yeah.
Like if I could get my hands on the dog, like I'll bring it home and like return it.
But do you go out like,
Danny's
looking
like,
for it?
Danny's
Yeah.
like, and that's how I got this sweatshirt. What's good?
Missing alpaca.
Yeah, missing
after 30 days, it's mine.
Wait, so you like? Have you actually ever like? I don't think I've ever saved like a slum village dog.
Yeah, no,
before.
in
me
Hastings a
neither.
couple times there was a dog named Timber that got out. And it
Timber.
was a big ass husky and it was running around.
Oh shit!
And it ran at me, so I was
Right. You're going to chop them down.
a little bit.
No,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
a dog
yeah,
runs
yeah.
at me, I'm punching.
Oh,
with
I
the
am-
edge of my hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, I had to kick this dog.
Right.
Judo chop.
So it ran up to me and then
Smear the dog.
it immediately stopped.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So like now we're feeling each other out.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, don't let them see your fear.
Right.
For some
Which
reason,
is
I
too
had.
late. It was
I
already
had-
too
Well,
late
isn't
at
that like a
point.
thing? Like you're
Yeah.
like they're like dogs can sense it, which I think is such bullshit. But sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. It's like, oh, you did he tell you that?
Yeah.
That this dog can
Did
sense
it-
fear?
It's like, I personally bite people that look like pussies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only bite fucking soft bitches. So I was like, okay. So like we're feeling each other out, and I don't want to move, and he doesn't want to move. So we're not giving up any ground here.
Right.
Yeah.
So in my head, I'm saying, don't show fear. So I just started laughing.
Right.
Like smiling, like,
Out of
hey,
fear.
like, like, what's up, man? Tail starts wagging. I bring him upstairs, and for a split second, I was like, I'm gonna keep this dog.
Yeah.
For a split second.
Well, yeah.
I
was
like how
like-
it went
I think
from
it's
really
like-
scary to you inviting him into the house.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
so we're good? Yo, I got like Krispy Kremes. With
just-
you wanna come?
Most
I
Thursdays.
stole a whole
No,
pack
but-
of Krispy
but-
Kremes.
that's
If you
like-
want,
Krispy Kreme.
That's
I
like
got
a
a
Krispy
fucking
Kreme
Kreme.
I got
Yeah.
warm bread that I also got for free. If you need it.
That's like a thing though too. I feel like if you find like a fucking innocent ass creature, there's something inside you that's just like, yo, this is a fucking.
most
this
people
thing's gonna
love
be
dogs.
rabid in like
Yeah.
2 weeks if I can save it or.
Dude, but
And you realize you've saved the bundle by finding a dog.
Also
instead of
the-
going out and buying
Yeah.
one.
Well, I mean,
Has
oh,
its
yeah,
shots
yeah,
already,
yeah.
probably. Has
It's
a
got a
leash.
collar. You're like, this dog's
Yeah.
fucking ready to go.
Yeah.
the way that people
Doesn't have
train
to
their
eat for a
dogs,
week.
the way that people train some of their dogs is just insane. I remember one time I was like out on Long Island. I was driving around and I just see a black dog like walking by itself, and I'm like, is this dog like lost? Like it's
No.
like
Yeah.
all the houses like
Yeah.
get their doors
But I
closed
bet-
and shit, and I'm like, I'm gonna pull up on this dog and like put it in the car because like it's fucking walking around. It's
Yeah.
gonna hit by a car.
Just like a creep just
And then
riding around.
I
and,
like
slow,
open my
like,
door,
next
yeah,
to it.
basically, and I open my door, and then some guy simultaneously just opens his front door, and he's like, "Okay,"
Yeah.
and the dog just ran right back.
Yeah,
in.
I was
like,
gonna say, I bet you that motherfucker knows the exact crack to stop at in the street if he's that trained. Because some owners are really good, or they get them trained. But I see dogs that they'll stay by your leg. like I saw this celebrity dog trainer. It wasn't
Celebrity dog trainer.
It wasn't what's his name?
Cesar Milan.
Milan.
Which I
Dominated.
I heard he got some shit because he does like these quick like back kicks you can't see.
Yeah, he goes.
Yeah.
Fucking neck.
But, like I know, my friend's like, no, he doesn't abuse them or whatever. And I know some people say it, but he does like some crazy shit that you can't even see, like in the middle of talking, like while to the owner.
Right.
And the
like,
dog's
edit
just
that
like
out.
he just like knows like obedient pressure.
Yeah,
plays.
he like hits.
Yeah, and the dog's just like,
whoa, yo, chill.
But he'll have a conversation with you while he does it. Be
Like
That's
this
what I'm
dog
saying.
died later
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, he's like, the problem with your dog is you have to make sure that
He's listening to dog. Think this is a dog
Yeah.
pack leader.
Yeah.
He's going
I swear to
you need
God.
to be a pack leader. So the thing you need to strike.
Yo, I didn't know.
Damn,
I
bro.
swear to God, I didn't know until they showed like fucking like not tutorial videos, but they showed like slow mo videos on YouTube, and it's like some guy who has a shitty mic, and he's like, this is exactly why Cesar Milan is not fit to take care of pets. And it just shows slow mo, and it'll
Just
be
like a compilation
it's
of his
this is how
sneaky
you take
shots.
care of your pet, like whatever. I know he's not speaking Spanish, but I can barely understand.
That was
what
good
he speaks
Spanish.
Spanish.
Yeah. I thought you were Spanish for a
So
second.
he's like doing it, and I just saw the video. I'm like, I don't see the harm in it. He's like, all right, now let's slow the video down and let you see what Caesar's actually doing while this is happening. And you just see him, he's like,
slapping the dog.
dude, he does it so fast. But whatever
It's like a magician dog beater.
doing,
He's the David Blaine of beating dogs.
But he gets it. I'm sorry, he gets it done. And that dog doesn't look too traumatized to me. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know what's going on in the dog's brain. But and listen, I'm not. If people know the difference, maybe they know more than me. But how the fuck do you really know? I know that there are some behavioral things that a dog can do, but those dogs, some of them look like they're just top tier class, taken care of, fucking trained dogs.
But like that's
don't really look scared.
It's crazy though because I like how like he'll slap one and he'll cut immediately to the owner and the owner's face just looking down at the dog like.
Yeah. She's like, I told you.
Yeah.
She's like, I told you Caesar was going to fuck you up.
Yeah.
You got here.
Fuck you up.
But it's usually the ones that don't want you going for their food that I think are the scariest dogs. Like the
just-
ones that are just like, they do that shit where they look to the side and they go,
My
they don't actually look at you.
My dog isn't aggressive at all, but like when it
Oh,
comes
Charlie's
to
so chill.
when it comes to like bones though,
Yeah.
for whatever reason it's like innate in them that like bones, and like if they have a bone in their mouth and you try to take it from them,
Yeah,
they
it's
do
natural,
that.
yeah.
They do that, and I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, is this motherfucker gonna bite me? And then I get mad because I'm
Yeah.
like, now I want to kind of pull this, but I don't want to get bit, but I know I'm gonna punch this guy in the face.
Yeah, exactly.
Tino just grabbed you and you ran through the backyard, right?
Oh my God. So I'm going to get into that. But before I get into that, I just want to say, how funny is it that we give dogs things and then we try to whatever move it away, and
Because
they
they're
must
trying
be
to
so
prove-
confused.
They're trying to, because we're
But they're
trying
dominant.
to prove that like we still run the show, but we realize that
Yeah,
we
yeah.
don't. Like it's, I mean, if you give a dog a bone, like let it be. What do you want it back for? You know what
Yeah.
I mean, what do you need it for?
Yeah.
In most cases, I think a dog that responds like that to you is probably one you want to straighten out because it's probably not just going to be the end. Of
Yo,
it.
it's
Well,
such a,
yeah.
it's such a crazy, creepy
You're gonna go to
smile.
grab a beer
Let me-
one day,
let
and
me
the
give
dog's
you-
gonna just fucking bite you.
Let
right
me give
through
you a
that black
story
cat.
about
Sorry.
another dog that loved one person. I think loved other people too, but was just very dominant over
Tino?
his territory. This is a Rottweiler that we got. I remember the day my dad was like, I'm coming home from school. My dad picks me up like third grade. I remember because it's our first dog. Really?
For
Wasn't
you,
it?
yeah. It was
Yeah,
like
for
my
us, yeah.
ninth.
My dad's like, Happy Valentine's Day. And I'm like, I'm like, what the fuck? It's
a little gay.
You say that to your, you say that to your son?
It's like, ew, Dad. Gross, dude.
My dad's like,
no.
Happy Valentine's Day. No, so we're in the car, and my dad goes, here you go. And he gives me a card, and he shows the puppy. It's like a picture they took of the dog.
Yeah.
Like, really, really, like, I'm sitting there. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, we got a dog. And my dad's like, he's at home. Puppy, dude.
Yeah, adorable.
We grew up with this dog. And then, like, and Rottweilers, I mean, most, like, a lot of dogs are really cute when they're small, but this dog was adorable. So we get the dog. Known him my whole life, chillest dog ever. As we got older, we knew as he was getting older, like, he was an aggressive dog. He was a protective dog. But we knew he wouldn't fuck with my dad or Jared growing up. And we moved to Jersey at the time. So we weren't really there all the fucking time. Like, we just weren't. And I don't know if he knew. He definitely knew us or knew sense, but I'll never forget one day. So we had next door neighbors that were little fucking assholes, and they used to throw rocks and shit at him.
One of their names was Gizmo.
Yeah,
So
they used to
that'll
throw-
give you
They
an
used
idea
to
of who these
They
people
used
are.
to throw
100%
rocks
look like
at
Gizmo.
our fucking dog all the time. So
and then there was
day,
this one kid named Freddie who had more rows of teeth than a shark.
Oh my god, yeah.
This
he did.
kid's mouth.
Yeah. He had crazy.
This kid had 738 teeth, and I was like, dude, how many times were you a baby? Like, what is going on with your mouth?
Food so much faster than anybody.
Yeah.
Just like whole sandwiches.
Yeah.
Like,
and they always just smelled like beans when they came outside.
Yeah.
I could just smell everything
They
outside
did.
when they did.
They did.
But
They
we used
stunk.
to stay over there. And like it was just it was whatever, and it wasn't even because it was just they smelled like beans.
we're Hispanic too.
So he came down. Also, Freddie beat my ass one day too. I'll never forget that. A lot of that. Well, I don't know what they saw at home, so he was a little bit more trained.
Yeah,
He was
bro.
like, dude, he got me on the ground like it was MMA. I'll never forget.
how are you gonna?
When I was younger, I was like, "What the fuck? This guy's got like full mount on me and shit." I'm
Yeah, he
like,
had a full mouth too. I would have lost too.
They were all
Anybody with 700 teeth is gonna beat me in a fight. I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
care.
yeah. He
Neanderthal.
was definitely just like opening the top of cans with his fucking mouth and just drinking a ripped can.
Oh my god,
so-
his teeth were crazy.
So this dog already has pent up energy against humans, I think. Right? So I'm going in the back of the house.
not only humans, but just little
Just piss-
brown
just
humans
yeah.
because they were all
Yeah,
Spanish.
yeah.
You guys are Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was like, I get my hands on one of these motherfuckers.
So
I don't care who it. I'm not asking for.
I
it.
gotta go in the back. I go in the back,
Yeah, we
dude.
had a racist dog.
Dude,
I
it's
just want
cold
one
down.
of these Spanish motherfuckers to fall into the
Yeah.
yard.
And once I get him, but I got to it's like winter outside. It's so fucking cold. I'll never forget it because I thought I was gonna die. That's why I'm not forgetting it.
Yeah.
And I get there and I'm like, "What's up, Tino?" Like mad chill. Literally, not even like a size me down. I'm like, "Yo, what up? What up?" He starts grabbing my arm.
What's good, guys?
Starts grabbing my arm, dude. I've never felt the strength of a dog's fucking head like that in my life.
Yeah, he was a big dog.
yanking my shit like out of my socket.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, like, I just got to protect my face. But this dog's ripping my arm, and I'm just like,
I'm right behind him
dude,
too.
you know when you add like, I remember growing up all the time, even younger, I was like, I'm calling my dad Dad. I'm not calling this man Daddy, like ever.
Yeah.
And like I'm in the backyard, and I'm just like, Daddy, Daddy.
Yeah, I tried to get.
yanking me, dude, and I just like destroying me,
cutting you.
bro,
Yeah, he
right
bit the
through
shit out
my
of him.
fucking thick ass winter jacket. Because my mom used to get I don't know. My mom used to get us those cheap ass big ass jackets that looked like they were official, but they were like,
like
not
burlap.
doing shit for you.
It took us 9 months to get it too. Because mom loved layaway.
Yeah.
She was like, "Yo, 3
I got
winters
this
from
like
now,
3
shit
years
could be
ago.
fire."
Yeah,
Yo, you just be in the store looking at it like,
yeah. You're
one
like,
day I'm
Mom,
gonna wear
this
that
is fucking,
shit.
this is fucking FUBU. Like I don't know.
She'd pick it up for you in the summer, and you'd be so excited to get it.
So-
you just wear it
Because
in the
I tried
summer.
to get Tino off of him, but I kicked him like it was like
No,
worse
my
than Robert
dad,
De Niro.
dude.
than
My
the
dad,
fucking
this
Irishman.
thing's ripping me. Even when my dad comes outside, my dad goes, "Stop it, stop it!" Like clapping, and then all of a sudden, like literally once, my dad just said clapping. I'm just letting you know. Like I can't imagine seeing your son being shredded, and the amount of like adrenaline that just was going through my dad. Like I was telling Jad before, when little kids get so mad their head shakes and shit.
Start shaking.
That was like my dad. He was just like I saw the blood go to his face and then push down into his legs.
Went Super
and
Saiyan
just went
Dad.
right into the fucking dog. And I'll never forget the dog letting go of like my jacket and just hearing like "Arr!" and just like being like this, like one kick from my dad and just walking away. And they took off my jacket and he shredded my arm.
Yeah.
And I don't think Jared was home at the time. So fucking this poor kid comes home and everyone's like, what are you doing with this dog and shit? And
That
Jared's like,
dog's
yo,
like Frankenstein. They got him like tied up and like pitchforks and shit.
yeah.
Probably
like
so high too. Coming home, just like
Coming
what?
home like,
And the worst thing for Jared is probably seeing me just like it's
not your fault, Jared.
like
It's not your fault.
with like tears that I saved up just for him to see like an hour later, like still on my face, and Jared's just like, "How's this my fault? I didn't fucking know he was gonna be like that." But anyway,
Brown kids next door.
but I still love dogs.
Yeah.
Still love dogs till this fucking day.
I got mauled by a dog once when I was like mad young.
I got big
big
in my
one,
face too.
big guy.
You did.
huge
You
dog.
wham.
He didn't bite me, but I was walking into a
An
deli
Akita?
with my mom, and he
It
was
was
No.
Basset Hound.
he was
He's a
tied
basset
up.
hound.
He was tied up, and he broke the chain that he was on, and then jumped on me,
That
like
was
knocked
it.
me to the ground. But he didn't bite me. 'cause
Oh, but he didn't
it was-
bite, yeah.
His owner like ripped him like right away, but he knocked my ass down.
Yeah,
I was playing
this-
with this dog's ears that we had, and he
Yeah.
was just like, "Swah!"
Oh yeah, he bit your
Bit my
face.
face, bro.
Oh my god. Well, we used to like. Why did we always have so many? Were we fostering
Because
dogs?
mom,
Why, we had so many weird ones. I thought
love
we
you,
actually
Mom.
did.
I really do. But mom would get dogs for 4 months, get bored of them,
Still
and just want
does
a
it.
new
Yeah,
one.
Still does
Mom
it.
was
Like
about
Boo has like 3 months left
Yeah.
before he's
And
given
in-
away.
in my house.
Yeah.
But Mom treated dogs the way like guys that don't want to commit to relationships treat women. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just
so
like,
true.
I really want this girl, man. She's great. And then like 2 months later, you're like, what happened? Like, fuck that bitch, man.
Yeah.
She like get us in a room. She
Yeah,
goes,
man.
"We have to get
Yeah.
rid of this
Keeps
one." And
pissing
I'm like,
keeps pissing all over the couch, man. I had to get rid of her. Like, who, the dog? I'm like, nah, man, the chick. You know what I mean? Like, I had to get rid of her.
keep peeing on my shit.
She's
Also
an
another-
impulsive dog buyer.
Yeah,
You know
and
what I
it
mean?
would also be like everyone's situation, especially our sister Kathy. My mom has never walked a dog once in her life.
Right.
I've never seen my mother take a leash.
she just started
Go
walking
down-
this dog.
Yeah,
though.
thank God.
But she can't even walk, boo. The thing's a powerhouse.
No,
It's like
no.
10 months
I'm
old and like
talking
90
about
pounds.
When we had like Frida, which was a dachshund,
Right.
York, you could walk a Yorkie.
Yeah.
You could get
You don't
out
even have to. You could just let a Yorkie
Just
go
hold
to the
it in
bathroom.
your hand.
Just
Yeah,
let a Yorkie
yeah.
go to the bathroom
Yeah.
on you. Just
Yeah.
like piss in
You
your
wouldn't
pocket.
even
In your
notice.
coat pocket.
Literally just
like
like walk it like
take
this
your shit out
on
and
your
just throw
on
it.
the leash with your fucking pinky if you want.
And I remember just being like, Mom would be like, oh, like go take Bessie out, and I'd just be like, no. And this is my thinking as a 12-year-old, and she
that
would go
dog.
like, why? I go, cause it's gay.
Yeah.
It's a Yorkie.
It's got a bow in its hair, Ma.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not walking
no.
this dog. It's gay.
I'm not walking this.
That was that, and then for some reason I never had to walk the
She
dog.
always
again. I
got.
think she agreed with me.
She always got small dogs until this day. We still think that my sister accidentally slept on one and killed it by accident.
Yeah.
Because it woke up the next morning and it was
Christopher
dead.
from The Sopranos.
But my sister swears that she woke up and it was dead. But
Wait.
yeah. Backtrack.
You guys killed the dog.
I had no part in it. I'm no accomplice. I woke up to the dead dog too.
hey, I believe I
was
said
nice to
one
that dog.
person killed this dog.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be dragged into this.
A part of me from that moment on, like
Kathy will laugh too because we make
sharing
a
it.
joke. I'm pretty sure the dog
when the
died,
dog
but-
was dead,
Yeah.
me and Kathy shared a glance, and I felt like I was next.
Right.
So I was just like,
She was like, you know too much.
yeah. So I was just like,
Son of a
If you
bitch.
say anything, you'll end up like the
Kathy
dog.
was just like,
Yeah. I'll sleep on you.
Kathy's just like,
Kathy was just like,
Danny.
I woke up, I found her like this.
Yeah, dude. No, she was.
I was like, yeah, me too.
It's very sad,
dude,
right?
I remember.
What she said, dude.
Right?
The dog
No,
died.
I remember. I remember we were all very sad, but I will never forget going in there. I'm like, yo, I think she slept on this dog. Yo, like I didn't say that all out, but I'm like looking at everyone. I'm like, am I the one that thinks Kathy might accidentally
Let me tell you,
murdered this
something.
dog?
Conspiracy theories were flying in the LoPriore house.
Yeah, for sure.
all the
Dude, it
time.
was like JFK in
All
there.
the time.
We were like, what
No,
if she
she's
rolled
gonna be like
over
the
in
Irish.
sleep?
She's gonna be like the Irishman when she's in like the old age home. She's gonna be like, I know how the dog died.
Yeah.
Fucking knew it, man.
It's like, yeah, let's make a Netflix movie.
She's gonna fade away before she says anything.
Intravenous, just rocking.
Yeah.
Just ready to
She's
go.
all Scorsese. Okay, we're gonna make another one.
She's just gonna
It's
say
like,
I
"Tell Mom
did
I
it and then
killed
fade away, and no one's actually gonna know what she meant by that.
She's like, Bessie, I'm sorry.
I did it.
It was me.
It was a nightmare. It wasn't my fault.
She know Kathy's the best because we can always.
Yeah, Kathy's
Yeah, she's
awesome.
got a good sense of
Yeah,
humor.
she's the
Matt.
best.
How many
You
of
killed our
them-
dog.
She's gonna love that bit.
You killed our dog. How many of like at its peak? How many were living in one house?
All of us.
everybody.
At the peak, I would say when we were.
7 people with parents
Seven?
and kids.
Oh, with the occasional random weirdo that my parents were also like involved in the
I mean,
church a lot at
usually
one
8, you
point,
gotta
and they
remember-
were just so nice, and they would have like random people stay
Right,
over
and
sometimes.
I
8 or 9
and I
actually.
also started having kids when I was like in freshman in high school.
Yeah, we
so-
would have 9 people in there. It'd be baby mamas and
Yeah.
And then you got to
And
remember,
the
like my
baby.
fucking
9 people
And
in
you
a-
got to remember,
You're welcome.
my cousins would come over, and a lot. We lived in a family house.
Yeah, it was
but,
a beehive.
But
It
then
was a
like
zoo.
John
It was
and
a zoo.
Daniel and Christian and all of our cousins would stay over too. So it was always like we were always just getting into like. I mean, like most fucking kids do. We were just always getting into crazy fucking shit.
yeah, bro. We went in the
but-
backyard one time, and my grandpa would buy everything in bulk. Like he would buy bricks in bulk for no reason. Tile.
Both of our
Yo,
grandparents.
seriously,
Yeah.
just like
Just
hardware.
bulk.
I have
just
80 cans of beans that were on sale.
like door hinges. He's like, yeah, I got a real good deal. 600 door hinges,
Dude, but
Yeah,
that's
he
what it
came
was.
home-
That's exactly what it was.
Like, how many doors do we have?
He came
Yeah.
home.
We're just adding hinges to everything, just like cans of beer.
This guy came home one
sandwiches.
day with
Watches
with,
that don't work.
Yeah, never saw a watch battery in his life.
Never.
Came home one day. I shit you not, 70 pairs of wrestling shoes.
Rest Asics. Fire shit. They could have been wrestling shoes. They could have been Daytona 500 shoes.
Yeah, but
Very
they would go up to like your
similar.
kneecaps. Some of them.
I was like,
Mi-
I'm gonna become the welterweight champion of the world.
Yeah,
now.
and Michael Jackson leathers.
What about you? How many
Thriller.
in your house?
There's
Like
six of us, and then
oh, that's a lot.
it was, and then a dog. But like it was in one bathroom too.
Oh, that's the
Yeah, we had one bathroom.
dude.
Also,
Also,
me and-
mixture of everyone's shit smell.
Me and
No, 1145 had 2 bathrooms.
No. After that, I'm talking about 58 Main.
But when
No,
we
not-
had both
not 58
apartments,
not 58,
you had,
oh.
you had the Anne Frank room, the small room.
I love how you're just throwing out addresses.
Yeah.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like,
That was.
I don't live in any of these places anymore.
Yeah.
58 Main was
A fuck house,
dude. Straight up and down, dude. I remember,
Everyone was fucking.
dude. Fucking, it was like parents lived next door, bro.
This
Dis-
dude woke my grandma.
disrespectful
This dude
bastard.
woke my grandma up just face fucking somebody.
Dude,
No, I was giving her back shots. Not my grandma. I was giving this other girl back shots.
All right, it's
Not my fucking grandma. Let's just get that right.
It's not Abuela.
other room, just like
Ay, mijo.
yeah.
Bro,
I'm mijo. She's a nice girl.
I took this girl home. I took this girl home. I was hammered. And I'll never forget the first thing she said to me when we got there. She goes, "Can you make me toast?" And I was just like,
Definitely
"Are we gonna have
Yeah.
sex after I make you toast?" And she goes, "I just want toast."
Yo,
and I
how
was like, "All right."
dry were your mouths after
When
that? piece
first
of
off,
toast
we
fucking
didn't even have a toast,
Just
a
fucking
toaster
crusted.
oven. I had to do it in a pan like it was fucking 1936.
Like the
So I'm fucking
Like the
it's like, I'm like,
frontier.
yeah, I'm like Great Depression making
frying
toast,
bread.
dude.
He's like,
and I did it with like my hands. I was like pushing it down with my hands.
glass over here.
So horny.
So
just
I
like
go down,
toast.
I go down, and you know when like girls are super happy when they get what they want, and they're eating. Her toes are like going back and forth, like she's on the phone and shit. And she's eating toast, and she's hammered,
your little toast
and she's fucking hammered. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, all right, are we good? And she goes, let's do this. And she's got like fucking like black crust in her mouth. And we're like sitting there, and I'm like, okay, well, can we give me some head first? Because it's a little gross. You got crust all over your fucking face.
Let's suck the toast out of
And
it.
so we're sitting there.
some water?
So I'm sitting there. We're in the pitch. We're in his room, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that. Now you do.
Obviously.
But we're in.
Where else are you gonna be?
Well, this is the first time. So we're in your room. So she's like, whatever. She's giving me head, and like it's amazing. And yeah, I'm getting the old squagla, and like I'm laying down, and she stops, and she goes over near the window, like someone getting ready to after they just got done writing a fucking poem or something. She's like sitting at the window, she's looking outside, and I'm like, "Are you all right? Why do you look so stoic and shit?" And she's sitting right there, and she goes, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm good." Like this, and our window's open at the time. Remember, we had like the dumpster.
Yeah.
That was outside because they were redoing my uncle's
Oh my God,
apartment.
dude.
So
God.
I'll bring that up too, or you guys bring that up too. That story. So she's looking outside. I'm like, what the fuck is this girl doing? So I'm like, you want to keep giving me head? I'm like trying to stroke myself, so I'm still good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, this is the thickest spit I've ever felt all over my schmagooch. So I'm fucking. I turn on the light because I'm like, this is weird. And I
you're
look
getting
down
in the dark?
and I just see fucking molded up toast all over my dongus, in my pube hairs, everything. And the only thing I can think of saying to her is, we're going upstairs. You're gonna clean it, and we're gonna have sex. We're gonna finish this in my shower. It gets better. We go upstairs. She cleans it. I start giving her the most aggressive, you just threw up on my wang back shots in my life in the back of the shower. It's 6 and 7 in the morning, and I'm like, I did my job. She's like, that was amazing. I'm sorry about the throw up. And I'm like, it's cool. We go back downstairs into Jared's room. I didn't get throw up on the bed, by the way.
Thank you.
We go downstairs. All I hear is, and I'm like, who the fuck? I was like, oh my God, this is a family member. She's laying in the bed, like half almost gone. My mom opens the door, and the only thing she says is, are you with somebody? And I'm like, yes. And she goes, get rid of her and come upstairs. And my mom, not like my ex-girlfriend or anything.
Right.
So I'm like, okay. And I'm like, she literally had like money. She goes, give her money
To go home.
and get her out of here.
Right.
I need to talk to you. So I'm like, fuck. So I look at the girl. I'm like, you got to go home. And she's like, you know what I mean? Like, so
What about
she sends her,
toast?
send her home.
Can I have a toast for
Send
the
her
road?
home.
A road toast?
Go upstairs. I will never forget the way that my mom turned around when I entered the apartment upstairs, because we were in the apartment next door, which was Jared's.
Yeah.
Not his anymore. It was ours, but we were staying there too because my parents owned the building, so we owned apartments.
Yeah.
So I'll never come in, and my mom just turns around, like in the dark, and just looks at me like this with tears down her eyes, and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, did somebody die and stuff? She goes, Michael, we heard you having aggressive sex next door. She goes,
You're like,
not
"Who's
only
waiting?"
that, your grandmother's here, and she heard it too. My grandmother was visiting from Puerto Rico.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
The neighbor upstairs had to turn on her radio because she heard me spanking. She goes, we heard you spanking her, Michael. We heard you spanking.
Dude.
Until this day, my dad never said anything to me. I'm just seeing my dad like talking to my mom like it's disgusting. Go talk to him. I feel like my dad was just like.
You're on the road like, daddy boy.
Your dad was like, no, that's fucked up. We really gotta talk to him.
Spit on her.
Anyway, that's that story. Sorry, that was a long thing.
I remember one time. First of all, my mom was
you boys.
my mom.
She's like,
Your dad's just like, that's fucked up.
my grandmother.
Damn, that sucks.
You know what grandmothers do, and they just
I
like, are you hungry?
I gotta
Do you want
talk
some
to you later.
Yeah, you want some breakfast? Are you hungry? Just like cooking for you.
What are you gonna
disappointed in you.
What are you gonna say?
And I haven't had toast since.
No, dude, that was every time I see Toast. So even on my stream, everyone just calls me Toast. Like, will call me Toast Dick. Like when I'm starting, I was like, shouldn't have shared this story.
Old toasty dick. Now, one time, it was mom came in there, and I was with somebody in the bed.
Yeah.
And I was sleeping, and she was like, Danny. She was like, Dooney, get up.
So stealth.
Dooney, get up. So I was like, immediately I was like, there's a family emergency or whatever. So I have a fucking boner.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right
so
now,
like
or in
just
this
a
dream?
natural-
Or
No,
during this
I always have a boner.
boned,
But
full
I have a
boned.
boner at that time, and I don't have
boned,
I don't have any clothes on.
Yeah.
And mom's like, Dooney, like, get up. Like, I need to talk to you next door.
Tell your friend you'll be right back.
Yeah, and I was like, Mom, I'm naked. And she was like, put some. I was like, and then I had to tell her, I was like, Mom,
Yeah.
I can't get out of bed right now. Can you give me a second? I'll come in there.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was like, Mom, get out. And then she gets out. I go in the other room. She goes, I just need you to know this is disrespectful
Right.
to your father, to me. I don't like women in this house.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm 15.
Right.
There's no women here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's another
Yeah.
15-year-old person.
Yeah.
And let's be clear. She just like obviously at night and like whatever the hell like.
And I remember just being like, Mom, like, I understand, like, that's cool, but like, like, that's why we have that room. She was just like, did you even think about what her parents would think if she was in bed with you?
Yeah,
and I just
yeah.
looked at her and just went,
Yeah.
nope.
I did, and that's actually what got me all fired up, to be honest, because I hate her mom. And I
said,
hate
yeah.
her dad.
You remember your white Jewish daughter?
Yeah.
Having a problem now.
Yeah. I'll see you.
Gonna be some Juan Epstein's running around this
I'll
fucking
see
place.
you
a little bit.
I'll see you at the temple.
I put a condom and a yarmulke on at the same time.
Baruch
Did you ever get caught by mom and dad or
atah.
Getting caught fucking by your parents is
No,
like,
you know
I
what?
never
I
got
had
caught by parents.
you never did either?
No.
Yeah.
There was one time that like my mom like found something and she was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "What is that? I don't know." And then she just kept
It's
pushing.
like the date.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
And my
Plan B pill.
parents never talked to me about sex. The only time ever, my dad said one comment to me. He goes,
commenter.
"No, no." He just comes up to me and he goes,
Nut in her face.
he goes, "Joe, this is by the way, and the topic of sex is not even. It's whatever. Like picture
Yeah.
watching football on Sunday. He
Yeah.
just comes up to me and he goes, you could be red, you could be blue, you could be yellow, you could be whatever you want. Okay." And then he walked away.
Is he asking you if you're gay?
No,
Yeah.
What does that mean? What does that mean? The blue?
he was talking about condoms.
Oh.
And then I was, and I was like, what the fuck? So I felt like Nicolas Cage. And I was like, I have to like decipher and like go steal the Constitution to figure this fucking puzzle.
Yeah.
So I
What
was
he's
like,
talking
Dad,
about?
what are you talking about? And then he said, yeah, it's a fucking clue. But I had to ask him. I'd be like, yo, what are you talking about?
Righteous improvement.
He's like, just use protection. I was like, okay. And by that time, I was like 20. I was like,
Yeah.
Dad, what are you talking
Damn. Oh, really?
Yeah,
Is
I
that like
think-
the first time your dad really was it like 20? I feel like it might
Dude,
have
my
been the
dad,
same.
my parents never talked to me about sex ever, and my dad waited until whatever to make that comment, and that was the only comment he ever made.
it's gotta be a weird thing
that's
thinking about your
close.
kids just pounding. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it's a boy, I'm like, dude, good for you. I'm like, awesome.
Right.
But
I
still,
think
I'm like,
I had a different past though because I had already I went to the next step.
Yeah, you were
Like,
banging raw dog
Well, I just
early
had a
in the
kid.
game.
I
You
just had a kid.
children. You had
Like,
a children.
I remember my dad being like, "Well, I can't tell this motherfucker what to do anymore." You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
he's got a kid.
because we were just two dads then. I mean, obviously, I was still a kid at the time.
Came so hard.
Dude, forget it. I thought I was so good at sex at 16. Just fucking best 30 seconds of your day, bitch. It's about to go down. You know what I mean?
That's one of the
Skinny.
craziest
She's
things.
like, "Do you think I'm gonna get pregnant?" I'm like, "No way."
Where
Most
do you
likely.
all right, this is a weird question.
She's
but
like, "Where's the cum?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
you told me.
Maybe because I'm 15, it only comes out as air. It felt
Yeah.
amazing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Wait, what's this?" I'm like, "That's a baby."
You just do like the magician thing. You're like,
It's gone. She's like, "I saw it in your other hand." I'm like, "That's not
No,
it.
no, no,
That's
no,
not
no.
it." Yeah.
look
I
here.
can't
That's it.
imagine though. Because how old are you when you found out? Were you
I was 16. I was playing ball. I was in Canada.
How old are you when you lost your virginity?
14?
14.
Yeah.
So 2 years into your career.
I think you guys
2
were
years
both
into-
way earlier than
Yeah,
I was.
I was
2 years
13,
into my
yeah.
career. And it was
13.
definitely one of those situations where I was just underneath.
Yeah.
Just like had me
Getting
pinned down.
destroyed. Yeah, she's like, shut up.
She's just choking me.
You're a bitch.
I'm like, I'm killing your shit, right? I'm killing your shit. She's like, lay there, you little pussy.
Yeah.
So I had my glasses were on. Just getting fucking destroyed by this shit.
Oh my god.
Just
Oh my
fucking just sitting there.
God.
She's
like,
weighing
ah.
like 90 pounds.
Dude, we were on a trampoline.
Yeah.
It was on a trampoline.
Weighing
So it was
90
You lost your
pounds.
virginity on a trampoline.
on a trampoline.
What?
Yeah.
We all lost
Bailey.
Where'd you lose your
You got a girl pregnant while defying
No, no, no,
gravity?
no.
That's crazy.
I
So
got,
no wonder
I-
she got
no,
pregnant.
I got a girl
Shot
pregnant
right
by
into her
sneaking
fucking
into
shit.
her
you
house.
might have been weighed like 90 pounds at the
Yeah.
time. But you definitely came like you were 200
the
pounds.
craziest part about it is like when my first daughter's mother. That's for some real Spanish shit when you say baby mama number one.
Dude,
got
but on a
pregnant.
trampoline,
My first daughter's mother.
on a tramp, I feel like that's how they teach you how to have sex in like a space station in like
Right,
NASA.
no, but you would think that it was good for that. I mean, you want something that's got like some stability on
Some
it.
balance.
I mean,
Like,
that sounds fun. I'm
And
not
then she
gonna
was
lie.
like, well, I couldn't really feel it. I'm like, yeah, because every time you drive into me, I was like getting like pushed down.
My ass is touching the
Yeah,
grass.
like I was
Oh
trying
my
to
God.
catch her like on the upstroke because it was just like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
boost. Yeah.
Doing this.
I was thinking
Anyhow.
of both of you guys
Antoinette.
going in the air, humping while you're in the air, and coming down, humping in the air.
There's just like a third person that's running, and every so often doing like a cannonball, trying to send you guys higher.
Yeah, right, dude. Yeah,
Different
that was.
faces.
I think we can get up more.
I never got caught. I had Michael come in one time while I was having sex.
Oh.
And a girl was riding me.
By the way, not to interrupt you,
And-
but I was 16, I think.
not to interrupt you, but I'm gonna
I'm going
interrupt.
real quick, yeah.
Where was it?
I was
Where-
16.
Shut the fuck up.
Fuck
Yeah.
your story.
I was 16, and it was in the where it all happened in the apartment.
Oh. I was gonna say maybe we all had sex at like recreational places. Mine was in a tube.
No, I was. It was in a normal bed.
like action park.
It was very normal,
Yeah.
very
Nice.
nun-like.
Did you say a tube?
When a nun,
I had
when a,
sex in
when
one
a
of those
nun,
tubes that children crawl through.
when a nun throws down her garbs and says, "I'm not a nun anymore." It was very much like that, like in
Right.
a weird old room with wood.
Wait, you fucked a nun?
No, that'd be sick though.
I would bust a nun shit.
What was your
open.
story? It was with me. I
Yeah,
came.
Michael like came into the room just shit faced, and I was in the middle. We were participating in grown folk business. And the girl was riding me and comes in and he's just like, "Yo, bro, you got like a cigarette?"
Like a
And I'm
crackhead.
just, yeah, and I'm just like laying there, and she's just like on me, and I'm just like, "Nah," and she's like, "Yeah, I do." Literally, doesn't even like unplug. Like literally goes into her purse, grabs a cigarette, like gives it to Mike, and Mike like gives me a pound. And I'm like still in it, and she's just like,
You know what I'm gonna say?
and,
You know
and he
what
walks out, and she's like, "Your brother's nice."
you know what I'm gonna
I'm
say?
just like, yeah, I guess it's cool.
You know what I'm gonna
Yeah.
say?
What's that?
That girl's cool.
Yo, cool as shit, dude.
I don't remember
Dude,
this
cool as shit,
clearly,
yeah.
but that
comes
sounds
in,
amazing.
Just comes in like close up, like drunk people just get really close.
Oh yeah.
She's like, "Bro, you got a cigarette?" And she's
That's
just
'cause
like,
you-
"I do."
I feel like
And I'm
that's-
just like, "No,
you
you
were
don't.
always-
You don't have a cigarette." She's
you're-
like, "No, I do." Literally doesn't even dismount. Just leans over to her purse. She's like rifling through it. I'm underneath there, just like looking. Mike's looking at me. He's like, "Yo, he's got stuff fucked up at the club."
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I love you too. Peace.
Yo, gives her some. Like,
Yo,
just
be yourself.
Just walks out, and then she's just like,
Just like,
yeah,
you later.
She like gets back into her group. She's like, "Your brother's nice." And I was just like,
Yeah.
so nice.
I was like, "What the fuck?"
You want me to call, want me to call him back in?
You want me to get him
Yeah,
back
but
in
you
here?
were always dating like, well, not always, but you were dating like fucking rugged bitches who were just like, also just like cool as shit though too. I'd be
Yeah,
like,
they
damn,
were-
this girl's like a homie.
Most of the girls that I didn't get pregnant were really cool. The ones that I got pregnant, that's the cutoff. That's the cutoff. It's like, yo, what happened to her? I'm like, I had a kid with her and wasn't a good boyfriend. She's like, oh, that explains a lot. I was like, yeah, that's pretty much it. The ones that I never got pregnant, the shit. The ones that I got
That's
pregnant, they're mad at me. I get it.
I don't know if this is a LoPriore thing or just a dude thing in general. Prophylactics are terrible.
I don't think I've ever had one.
As one of my good friends
I don't think I've ever had one
said,
before.
he's like, safe sex and healthy diet, like the same thing. It's like they're good for you, but I rather not. It's healthier, but I rather not.
Dude,
Yeah,
condoms are so doo-doo
Oh, they
trash.
are.
Doo-doo trash.
are.
Yeah.
They are.
Absolute doo-doo trash.
I remember going shopping for condoms and being like, thinking that you were cool. You know what I mean? And just being like,
I was always so nervous.
Yeah, but putting it on was not cool.
Dude, I'm online getting fucking rubbers one time at Walgreens, which was like the 24-hour. This place was like, just didn't give a fuck about any holiday, any world fucking disasters,
Always open.
catastrophe, war. Like it was just always open. Like boom, you'd walk in, they'd be like, hey, what's up, man? Like I'm like, dude, there's a tornado. There are children dying out there. They'd be like, yo, we got a sale on fucking Newports. Like you want some?
Do you have anything for
I
acid
go in-
rain?
And you're like, yes, but also,
Yeah,
what are you doing?
I go in to buy rubbers, and I look up, and like my dad's sister is standing next to me on the line, and I'm just like, I remember being like the coolest dude up until that moment, and then just being like, what's up? Like just like stashing him, because I guess I didn't want her to know that I was having sex, but my kid was like at 3, so I figured, smart enough lady, she probably figured it out. You know what I mean at this point? But that was it. Otherwise, every time you just buy rubbers, you just go buy rubbers, you just throw it down on the counter like it's it's a blackguard.
Like, I get pussy?
Yeah, I get pussy. He was like, she was like, price check, extra small, non-lubricated condoms. I'm like, those aren't mine. Yo,
that's a real thing. That
Best is when everyone here's Butch magnums, right? Just to try it on, just to see what your dong is.
Yeah, until you realize there's an elephant trunk hanging off
he
the
just-
end, and you're like, this
and then
doesn't fit me at
and then
all.
they just use them as garbage bags.
The thickness. I would always fit. It's like the length. It's like I was wearing like a stocking cap half off of my head.
Right,
Like,
it's
you
like a
know,
turtle.
Yeah.
It'd be tight here.
Yeah.
It'd be tight here, but I still had a little flap in the back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
Yeah.
really fit those up to your elbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like after a skydiver gets done skydiving, he's just dragging the parachute.
Yeah.
It's just dragging on your wiener. It just looks so dumb. It doesn't look good at all.
just rolling it up. Like.
And then
I'm just doing this too
and
while
then
you're
by the-
fucking. Like you're
that's right. Yeah. And then
reeling it in.
You're pulling it out, and it's like stretching for it's
that's
still
hilarious.
inside her and on you, and it's just like this thing doesn't fit
It's
at
like,
all.
it looks like an accordion. It looks like a condom and then an accordion, like right at the
But also, I won't lie. I don't really know how big. I mean, that was probably young when because that's a young thing you do. But I don't
Pulling
know
that shit out like
how
a
long.
clown.
How big are those things? What are they meant for? 7,
Yeah.
8?
fat cocks.
Don't ask me, fucker. I don't use them.
Like what are they?
How many times you bought condoms? Once.
No,
Did they
because I feel
work?
like I've seen.
I think
Obviously
you
not.
catch butterflies.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, you do like a bubbles.
Yeah. Do the whole fucking thing. That's the most beautiful
my
thing. You want to see the
God.
most beautiful thing
Hey,
I've
with
ever?
trash bags, I was just picking up like.
Well, what do you guys
clean
go
shit.
with? What does everyone here go? What do you go with?
Just
if you.
I don't know.
Raw-
He hasn't.
raw-
He
raw-
has not been listening to the conversation.
wrong table.
Bro,
Wrong audience.
I got so much money to spend on other shit. Like since I stopped, you know how much money I saved on
Well,
condoms by not buying.
a
them?
lot of you guys. I mean,
It's $8.
I've also.
No, but it's like you quit
But
cigarettes.
how much money in child support? Well,
Yeah, but I've also been Tinder
counting?
dating
Who's
for like the
keeping track?
past fucking however. As soon as Tinder came out on beta, I was trying it out. You know what I mean? Like I was
Yeah.
fucking. I haven't been. I don't think I've had like a legit steady girlfriend in such a long
Well,
time.
ever since HPV came out,
So I always have
condoms
to be
become
strapped.
obsolete. You could still get an STD while wearing a rubber. Then what's the fucking point?
Yeah, bro. Everyone's
Yeah,
got,
but
someone's.
what's
I
the
think,
point?
Don't they say
Yeah.
everyone
Don't
has
get pregnant at 6.
but my thing. Yeah, but here's
I'm
the
like,
thing.
pregnant is way cooler than HPV.
Yeah, but here's the thing,
People
though.
want to fuck you when you have your
Yeah,
kid. They're
but-
like, he must be a good person. He's a good dad. I'm like, hell yeah, man.
Yeah. But here's
this?
here's the thing though. Are you gonna like if you're playing Russian roulette? You know what I mean? Or do you want less bullets or more bullets in the gun? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want your. Do you want
I'm
your
not saying-
chances
I'm not saying-
decreased,
I'm
or
not
do you just
saying
want
not
to
to
jump
use
into a hot cauldron every time you fuck
there-
someone's
But
there
at this
is-
point,
there
it's like
is-
wearing a
there is-
seatbelt and you're still gonna die. You know what I mean? Fuck it, I'm riding.
Well,
without
there's
the
a
seatbelt.
sick. There's a sick.
Yeah. Well, then
damn
that just depends on how fast you're going, I guess.
Yeah,
And where the fuck you're meeting these fucking women that you're fucking, because I'm trying to meet somebody that literally is like has some parents that still go to church and shit.
Not me.
I don't-
As Danny said in his freestyle, he's like, "Oh, you kind of sad. Why don't you try dating a girl with a dad? That won't be bad." One of the best freestyle lines ever. Oh, that's kind of sad. Why don't you date a girl with a dad? That won't be bad. Yo, and it hurt me and made me laugh equally.
Yeah, at the same time.
It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
so true.
Yeah.
It was so true and so accurate. Like to this day, hands down. one of the
Girls
best.
with dads,
Like if we
way
were
better.
Going back to the
Oh,
battle
yeah.
rap shit.
Yeah.
Like if he had said that to me in a battle rap, I would have like just took my shit off.
This is like, yo, I'm out. I lost.
I lost.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
I remember.
I'd be like,
I
"Damn, that
remember.
dude is nice,
I remember. I was dating a Jamaican girl at one time, and me and Danny were mad young, and Danny was rap battling me in this basement, and Danny sunned her like while speaking like fake patois in a rap battle, and I remember being like, "Yo, that shit was fire, dog," and Danny was like, "Yeah, thanks," and they just kept going. It was probably one of the most like. It was like probably one of the best disses I've ever had. Like while we were rap battling.
Oh my
I'll
God.
never forget it.
Amazing.
It was like Drake patois.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like
yeah.
so bad, but hysterical.
I
Because,
do remember that now.
Dude,
I
that
do.
was so funny.
I haven't
That
thought
was like the
about
funniest shit ever. Yeah, I was dating this Jamaican girl. Well, I kind of was. Like we dated in high school, and it was in high school, so it was just like the funniest like rap battle in the basement dungeon rapping. It was so funny.
Oh
Dude,
my
that was
God.
hysterical.
Oh my god. Yeah, let's see like
But yeah,
I
I want to.
want
I don't
an
really
ass
want like a badass bitch. I want like a fucking. I don't mind having as long as you. As
Nah,
long
you
as
want a
you
bad
could do-
bitch.
How
Not
was,
all the time. No, not really, man. They scare the shit out of me.
What,
I'm not
good
gonna
looking
lie.
chicks?
No, not good looking chicks. Like
crazy chicks?
insane. Like yeah, it's fun, but also like I don't want to worry for my life when I'm having sex.
No.
Also.
No.
I'd like to
oh,
like kind of be the one that's
what I was-
doing it a little bit.
How
I
many
like to
how many
punch in my
times have
face.
you been in a situation where it's just like you kind of felt like you were outmatched? Like this girl had way more swag in the bedroom
when I got
than you
punched
did.
in my face?
You got punched in your face during
Yes,
sex?
yes,
Oh,
I got
shit.
absolutely punched in my fucking mouth. I had a swollen lip the next day.
Right.
Wow, she just decked you.
My
but
mouth, my
that's
lip was
just-
more swollen than my cock was.
Right,
after
but
she
have
punched
you,
me in my face.
But no, but like, has there ever been that moment? There have been a few moments for me where I was just like, yeah, I'm pursuing this chick, and then finally it goes down, and it's like you just realize your weight class as far as like sex.
Yeah, you're like, damn,
experience.
yo,
I'm like,
this
damn,
is a heavyweight and I'm a
this bitch is gonna
welterweight.
this bitch is gonna knock me.
I
the
am
fuck out.
I am
Like,
100%
your
fine.
corner's just being like, dude, you need to just move.
I'm
Just move, just move,
100%
just move
fine
as much
with
as
being
you
a
can.
pussy in bed. I don't care if there's rose petals. I don't give a shit.
No, I'm not talking about that.
I'm-
I'm talking about a girl that's just her intensity is way higher than yours, and as you might not admit it out loud, but like in that moment, it's like the time you got into a fight with a dude that was just bigger and stronger than you.
Yeah.
and you're like, damn, bro,
this guy's gonna wash me.
this dude's gonna wash me, but I'm going out. Like,
Yeah.
fuck that.
I've
They're
been-
gonna carry me.
Jared's
out
like,
to
yo,
the
you
field.
ever fucked anyone with ADHD and just doesn't shut up?
Not paying attention, just like over here. She's just like,
Hold up,
giving
move your
head.
penis. Put
She's
your
like-
penis up 3 times
Yeah,
before you
she's-
put it in me.
Yeah, she's like giving head, and
Good.
she's just like, and I'm just like putting her hand back on it, like this right here. She's like, I
Realistically,
feel like I have something else to do right now. I'm like, yeah, finish me off.
I do realistically.
She's like, I gotta go.
She's like, can you turn the lights off 10 times
I'm like,
before you come?
are you reading a book right now?
Well, I don't. Do you guys like the Ruffians?
Yeah, I love that shit. I think
don't
that
mind
shit
a
is
ruffian.
awesome.
The Ruffians is what you call it?
Yeah.
Ruffians
Like
is like what my mom
you
called
like
like a group of
you
kids
like a
that she
brawler
wanted
in
to hang
bed,
out
or-
with.
Yeah, I like a brawler.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you like spitting?
I like it. I don't know.
Spitting's really
I
hot.
don't mind spitting because
Spitting's
I feel
really
like
hot.
because in that moment when it happens, you're kind of just like, all right, this is another level.
I'll
You know
say
what I
this.
mean?
I like getting hit too.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
But
I like getting like prison shanked. That's my
In your
thing.
butthole?
No, well, stabbed in my kidneys.
Have you ever
mostly.
got fingered in your BH?
No.
in your BH.
No, but I've had a few go for it. And I'm like, hey. You know what I mean?
What do you like? I gotta hear this.
No, I was
are
gonna
you
say,
into?
and pretty much anything that happens like in the moment, like I'm not gonna say anything.
Right.
But then
Yeah.
afterwards, I'll be like, don't punch me.
Right,
I don't want to get hit.
But you're about to text your boy, like, and you're like, you know what? I'm not gonna send that.
Makes
You know
me
what I mean?
fuck harder.
But I'm
Like getting slapped, I'm like, I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
I'm
Be
more,
better!
I'm
Yeah.
more dominant.
I mean, I get that. I get that. I get
I'm
that.
more dominant, so I'm not submissive. So if someone slapped me, I'd be tight.
That's what I mean. Like I'm
No,
like,
but what if it's agreed upon slapping?
But I'm a dominant person, so I don't like that.
But you could dom that.
Slapping, spitting, all
I don't know. I get very angry when someone contacts with me that hard.
Right.
I don't. Clearly, I have anger problems. And I need to work that out.
Like, I'll fucking kill you.
But getting dude, I remember. How dare you? I remember getting hit and it stung, and I remember my face just being like,
Yeah.
and like not knowing
You're
what
like,
to
I didn't
do.
look- I did
I'm like,
not
I'm
look
sitting
cool
there and I'm
when
like
that happened.
confused, but then I'm like, oh, that was new. But I'm like, whatever.
So funny.
Choking's
And
hot.
people can tell me all the time, yo, you
Choking's
fuck
hot.
like a puss. I don't give a shit. I'm still nutting, and that's all I need. I don't
Feel you,
give a
dog.
fuck.
Bust that nut, dog.
Bust that nut.
Bust that nut.
I don't
How
care.
was how was Miami? You guys were there for what? A week?
No, we were there for a week, Thursday to
we were
Sunday.
there. Yeah, that's all right. Still working on the calendar thing.
What?
He's still working on the calendar.
Yo, that
thing.
guy
It's
that was
weird.
Yeah.
dancing in your Instagram is like a famous dude.
Yeah.
Who?
What?
His name,
Hoes need to get drunk.
the dude in that like long limo
Was he?
SUV thing.
This
yeah,
dude
he has like
pulled up-
500,000. Or he has like a lot of
Yeah,
followers
this
on
dude
Instagram.
pulled up in a Sprinter
My
van.
friend is from
Yeah.
Florida, and you
Wait. Before that, we're sitting at dinner at this place. We're at Prime, and Jason Pierre-Paul's there, and he-
Oh, what?
the guy from
JPD,
Giants. So he
yeah.
like he has
Yeah.
a fucked up hand because he
Yeah,
blew
he's
up a
like-
firework in his hand.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Nice to meet you guys.
our waiter comes
Unbelievable.
over and he goes, "Yo, you guys see that? That's Juan Pierre Paul."
No shit.
So we're laughing. We're like, "Who?" And he goes, "Juan PP," and now we're dying, right?
Yeah.
So
He turned him into like a gondola fucking
But he wasn't
steerer.
even talking about him. They like moved Jason Pierre-Paul, and there's like a little Spanish guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's like, "That's Juan P."
yeah, and then my friend, when we were walking out, we see JPP, and my friend goes like this. And then
Oh,
we get outside, and my friend Danny goes, yo, you just try to get a thumbs up from a guy who has one finger.
Oh, Jesus. And JPP just responded with this.
Yeah, going like, yeah.
then we
I
get-
think he was pissed. Like,
We
no,
get
that's how he says
outside and
hello.
we're waiting for our Uber, and this fucking Sprinter van pulls up with this dude, and the door just like flies open. He's blasting this song, and it's just repeating, "Hoes, they need to get drunk and let me fuck."
Yeah,
Right.
hoes.
Yeah, you
need
guys
to
are
get
killing it.
drunk.
Was it a religious?
You guys are killing it.
Somebody
That
got
was
to
true.
get fucked.
You guys are killing it. I love that
So
post.
in my-
that post is hilarious.
In my head, I'm like, there's two ways to go about this: completely ignore this,
Or get
just
involved.
Get involved.
Yeah.
And I got involved.
And
course you did.
yeah.
the driver of the van just gets out, leaves the car in the center of the street. There was 20 cars like
Right.
back down. He just gets out and he starts taking pictures of us, and he's just like, yeah.
starts killing it. Yeah.
Right.
I was
Yeah, my
dancing
friend
ass
wrote on
like,
that.
yo, when does this come out? And
My-
he's like, tomorrow.
My
Like,
friend,
all right.
my friend wrote on that post and was like, "Yo, I know that dude," because my friend lives in Florida and was just like, "That's like I forgot his name. I
Just
feel so bad."
the
But
serial
like,
sprinter.
it was but and then I looked him up. Yeah, he's got like a shit ton of followers. I guess maybe that's his thing.
I need
just
to
driving
get
around
this
killing it.
song. If I sent that song in the chat, of
I'll
the
find
people
the-
that
yeah, I'll
was
find
they
the
would
guy
love
for-
it.
yeah.
But the
Florida's cool.
but Miami was just like it was all business. Like you guys were there to do a couple of shows and then come back, or what
no,
was
no,
it?
no.
No, it was a bachelor
party.
Yeah, for
that's
who
it.
was it? Who was it?
My
But
friend
you guys,
Dominic.
but there's a
Dom.
tour. There's a tour that's coming soon too, right?
Yeah, we want to at some point in 2020 do that.
Okay.
Yo,
cool.
I just want first off, I gotta get sentimental here a little bit. I just want to say to both of you guys, I'm super proud of both of you. You guys are fucking
Facts.
awesome.
Damn,
you guys are
son.
a big deal.
you guys are fantastic together. And also, I want to say that I went to go buy wine last week in the liquor shop in my town, and I get it. I get the wine. I go up to the fucking counter, and I just see this girl sitting there, and I just see Danny and you on the phone, and I go,
She's watching Basement Yard.
yeah, and again,
Oh,
it's
that's
Hastings,
tight.
so I get it, but still, I'm
Yeah.
sitting there. I'm like, she goes, yeah, it's gonna cost you $10. I'm like, listen, I'm not trying to act like, you should be doing this, but are you just gonna have my brother's face on your fucking phone and not say a word to me?
Right.
So she goes and she rings it up. She goes, no, I love you, I love him and Joe. She's like, I follow you too, but I'm watching, and I'm like, she didn't even say anything for the longest time.
Yeah.
So shout out to Jen at the liquor store.
Jen?
That's good.
Hastings. Yeah,
Shout out.
she loves you guys, and I was sitting there, and it was the coolest thing ever. So,
That's dope.
but it also just made me think, like,
That's dope.
because you guys are, and obviously 2020 more things to come, right?
Yes, big things.
sure.
Cheers.
Big things.
for years.
Well, I drank mine. So
Well,
there you
there's
go.
that.
Just pretend it's your dick, I
Yeah.
guess.
Coffee in here.
That's it. Way to go, Joe. Rain in the moment.
But anyway, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, no. But Miami was definitely cool. Everyone down there, piece of shit.
Is
Like,
that a fact?
No. They're nice people.
I
It's just like,
politically asked that question
Yeah.
to be correct.
Is
I
that
knew,
a fact?
no, I knew that was true.
yeah.
That a
But
fact.
yo, it was like, all right,
I
let's-
showered so much after leaving Miami.
it was just like Bugattis
Oh.
and like
A lot of rented
Ferraris
cars.
and go front.
a lot of rented cars
Yeah.
and like people that
stunting.
just stunting
It's
hard.
just
So
stunting
like
hard.
you could definitely sense like the materialistic aspect,
Yes.
but it's like turned all the way up.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
met a tiger down there.
I know the baby one, right? Or did you guys
Well, like
meet a
an
big one?
actual
Too? Also, what kind
tiger?
of tiger was
It
that?
was a
Is that
white
like fucking
tiger.
albino.
What?
It was a
Like
white tiger.
A white Bengal tiger?
A white Bengal tiger.
And you like pet it? And
I got to pet it and everything.
was
As a
chill?
baby, though.
And it roared, and it was way louder than I thought.
It sounded like
like,
a Honda
Had
Civic.
some
and I was
bass.
like,
Did it sound like
Like a
did it-
hood ass Honda Civic. It's just wow, 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 wow,
Yeah.
wow.
It was a Dominican dude in a CRV.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Or a hatchback Honda Civic. That's what it sounded like. Yeah.
It's like- and then it's usually like, wait, do it again, do it again. It's usually like, it's like, quiero hapaquero, mano, cero ti. Alira, Tango, mira, quítasele para allá la canción. Ya, chi, jalan de sí.
Yo, you're really good at fake Spanish.
I know, everybody
it's
tells me that
amazing.
shit.
You have fake Spanish, I have fake Japanese.
Yeah, fake and fake Jamaican apparently
Fake
too.
Jamaican,
Your
yeah.
son me in the basement when you were younger.
Yeah, I remember I took a trip. Me and a couple friends went down to Miami. It was sometime after 9/11. And I remember being so fired up.
Damn,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. It was like it was like the first time I had been on a plane since 9/11. So
okay.
it was like everybody we kind of set back the trip because of what had just happened, whatever. I must have been 22 at the time, right? And I remember getting to Miami after being so fired up and being so fucking grossed out by that whole scene of what you're talking about, like when we got down there.
Yeah.
That I was just like, I think it was 2 nights of it, and I was like, I don't want any parts of this anymore.
Party
Like I
scene's
just,
gotta be nuts.
I felt like, dude, I felt like I was just in like a never-ending, just like Trick Daddy video. Like that's
Yeah.
all that was happening. Don't get me wrong, I fucking love Trick Daddy, but on my TV, like being there, it just wasn't my vibe at all. And everybody's like, "Yo, we're going to Miami again," and I'm just like, "All right, cool." They're like, "You coming?" I'm like, "Nope."
You saw
Yeah.
Whitney Houston
You gotta
down there.
get ready,
First
dude.
2 celebs I saw were Whitney and Bobby Christina. Christina Bobby Christina.
Bobby Christina,
the daughter.
Rest of souls. So we get to Ocean Drive. It's like the Friedlander, the Netherlander, the Niederbacher, the Clevelander, right? We go up and down the strip. We're in my boy's car, and I'm like, dude, yo, go back. That's definitely Bobby and Whitney. He's like, no, it's not. I'm like, bro, that's Bobby and Whitney. And I pull up and just TMZ-ish. Just like, hey, Bobby, Whitney. And they're like, hey. And I'm just like hanging out the window, like drive by, like filming camcorder. And they're like, no. I'm like, sorry. But I put the camera down and I went over and said hello to them, and they were fucking chill as shit.
Yeah.
It was so nice.
A little coked out.
Dude, a little.
Yeah.
Bob was
What do you guys
just,
do in Miami? Oh, nothing.
Bob was just chubby, and Whitney was just super slim, and their kid was like, she was a baby at the time. But they were really nice. They were just really sweet. You know what I mean? And I fucking love Whitney.
I've been
And then
to
you had
Miami
that- you
so
had
many
that-
times, man.
I love
never
Whitney
been.
Houston. I've been a bigger fan of Whitney Houston all my life, way more than Bobby. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because Bobby was like which always made hits, but Whitney to me was just like all her hits were happening when I was a kid, and
Yeah.
one of the greatest voices ever. But to see them was pretty cool. But you knew a lot about them at that point, that they were just like hood as fuck. You know what I mean? And just doing hood rat shit. So
Crack
I
is
like,
cheap.
and it was just us. It was just three hood motherfuckers talking to each other with their hood baby.
I
You know what
love
mean?
Miami, man. I don't know why, but I just love going down there
But
because
that
it's
scene
such a
though,
different.
or just Miami?
No, everything. You know what it is? It's like
Shit is reckless.
when you're in New York,
bananas.
like me and my friends, like we don't. Like I don't really see my friends that much. It's like as much as we talk every day. Like, we have a group chat with just
Yeah.
like 15 of us in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But we don't
Those
like
are great.
hang out every day. Like we have little cliques or whatever. But when you get everyone in the same spot,
Oh, it's go time.
it's crazy.
Yeah, no, that I
Like
that
Danny
I
was
love.
talking about, he's like, yo, I've never like the things that you guys did with alcohol, I've never seen in my life before.
Yo, it was crazy because I was like, all right, I know these
Oh,
guys.
you're down there not drinking all that time.
Yeah.
Not doing
Holy
nothing.
I don't know how you guys. I don't like. I could never go somewhere get hammered every day and
Every
then
single day.
take a plane back. My fucking anxiety
Mike.
would just be like,
Mike,
Yeah.
literally the last day, right? Because
Yeah.
like we drank for how many days in a row, and then the last day, they were like, "Yo, we're gonna go to a bar." That's another thing. My friends have like they
Go time.
machines,
yeah,
Right.
and
yeah.
they were like, "We're gonna go to a bar just to watch like the first football game," and I was like, "All right, I'm gonna stay back and just chill." So I just chilled, and then it was like 8:30. We have a flight at 7 a.m.
yeah.
and then they were like, "Yo,
Damn, 7 a.m. Shit.
yeah." So they were like, "Yo, let's go to 11, which is a strip club down there," and I was like. Oh, and I was waiting for someone to be like, I'm going to stay back. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to stay
Yeah,
with
I'm
them.
gonna stay with you.
But everyone was down. I was like, well, I'm going, I guess.
Yeah.
I was the last one home. I got home at like 4:30.
Right.
Slept for 20 minutes and then got in an Uber to the airport. And I was like shaking in the airport, trying to throw.
Right.
Is an understatement.
I can't do
It's just the
coffee.
strongest
Can't do
coffee
it.
Bro,
ever.
I had to go get a shirt in Target. I was so afraid of everything around me. I felt like Spider-Man. I was like, yo, I
How
can
many
feel.
cups of coffee?
I said I could feel everyone's heartbeat in this place.
Yo, because you know what it is. You feel like it's almost like when that bad high when you were younger, the paranoia one. When you get anxiety, when it's like everyone's fucking looking at me, and if I do one thing that's weird, everyone's gonna make fun of me, and
They're
I'm
gonna
gonna be
laugh
the
at me.
fucking loser. Yeah, like that kind of shit. So that's how I would feel like in a store too, and the same thing happened to me because I had this fucking bitch gave me double espresso at fucking Starbucks, and I don't drink coffee at all ever.
fired
And I was
up.
sitting in my friend's seat, just like he's like, "You good?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good." Like with my teeth just grinding in the back, and I'm like, I can't do coffee.
man.
Coffee's not good for me.
I love coffee.
Yeah.
I can actually do like a little bit. I can do like a small amount.
I love coffee a lot, but I've realized how bad it is for you to drink excessively. Like the way I see people drink coffee. First of all, like when I go to a coffee shop, right, and I see people that dedicated to coffee and how many different like styles of coffee you can get and all this other shit, I'm just like
also getting like unhealthy coffee. It's like let me get 10 squirts of caramel.
I'm like, dude, I've been
in.
chugging bodega coffee for 25 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you had
I have
today. So
never.
this fucker had that today.
I think maybe 3 times in my life I've paid more than $1.
He asked me to hold it like 15 times.
Yeah, today. I'm like, and I live right across the street from a cafe that is like a gold mine.
Shout out Antoinette's.
Shout out to Antoinette's for sure, Koos and the whole crew. It's pillar of the community. Everybody goes there. It's an awesome place to hang out. But it's just like you go into a coffee shop and you get 2 coffees, you're coming out $13 poorer. You know what I mean? Like
coffee's not cheap anymore.
I'm like, fuck this. I'm going to Arab Deli. I'm getting a fucking chopped cheese and I'm getting a fucking shit coffee for probably
get that
$5
coffee,
max.
It's a fucking monopoly though, isn't it? At this point, or no? Like, isn't
And
it like
people freak out about coffee if they don't get it. It's like, oh, I didn't have my coffee yet. I'm like, I didn't get my dick sucked today. You don't see me
good,
trying to punch people in the fucking face. Like, there's no way that your
Danny,
coffee
what's
means
the matter?
as much as you.
I haven't had my dick sucked yet today. Don't
Yeah,
talk to
that's
me.
it. Yeah,
but
that's what my coffee says. I have coffee, but no one sucked my dick yet. So I'm still in a bad mood. I'm just more energetic now.
everyone loves it? I feel so fucking out of place sometimes because, like, I mean, I feel like when you get older, also obviously that's when, like, when you're younger, there's like this shit sucks. Yeah. And everyone that's my age, like, I feel like I've had so many I've had like a house party. I go to my friend's house. I stay over the night. Like, and there's like 3 people that stayed over. Everyone's in their 30s or whatever. No one wants to drive home. Everyone's fucking having coffee the next day.
Right. Like,
and I'm just like, coffee. I can't. I don't know.
It's just an adult
I
thing
love
to
the
do.
taste though.
You know where I'm at now in my life? I just randomly sweep shit. Like now I'm the guy in front of the building.
Your old sweet man.
Yeah. And I got like an unlit cigarette in my mouth, and I'm just like, "Hey, Lenny," and I'm just like fucking sweeping I'm like spraying shit. I'm like, because that's what I do.
Tell
like,
Maureen I said, hey.
I like I like feeding ducks and shit. Like this is where I'm at, and it's funny because it's not like I pushed myself to do it. I just woke up one day and was just annoyed with the way that the leaves looked in front of the house,
See, like,
and I got out there and started sweeping shit.
I don't know. When I look at coffee people,
I don't
just
even
like
own the
people who
place.
are just addicted to crack juice. They just all look
That's
sick.
exactly what it is.
That's what.
That's what
it is
the
crack juice.
caffeine. Yeah,
That's why
what it
I
is.
was afraid to have Cuban coffee when I went down there.
Right.
I was anxious about having
Yeah,
coffee
you're
that
gonna
was
get
going to
hooked.
make me anxious.
You're gonna get hooked.
Yeah.
And I had it again after that, and I felt better. But the first one initially, the piss that I took smelled like Cuban rocket fuel.
Right.
I was like, this is fucking crazy.
Dude,
My piss smells like coffee. I could drink this.
Did you drink the same coffee while you were there too?
No, I didn't.
It was
But-
crazy. Cubano
you're-
sandwiches and shit were
What's-
fire.
I just recently started drinking coffee.
Yeah.
Cigarettes for me has always been that thing. Like even though I've had my times where I quit and stuff and I get away from it, but like juuling and all of that, I was like, oh, this is great. Like I could just do this. The Juuls crush my like breathing because now like a cigarette you have to go outside and smoke a cigarette. A Juul you're just like at court, you know what I mean? Like you're at church, you're like your kid's being born, you're just fucking hitting the Juul.
First one he says you're in court.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is real shit. This
Told
is
you, Jared
scripted
spent some
shit.
time in the hood when he was a
I
kid.
spent-
You're juuling in court.
Dude, you know how many times I've been to court and just been like, damn, I want to smoke a cigarette so bad. If you have that now to Juul and you're just like, and then you're like this guy, like blowing it into your shirt.
remember
And the judge is just like, all Juuls off. And I'm just like, cell phones too? He's like, cell phones too. I'm like, fuck this guy.
Joe, you never smoked smokes earlier. You're
Nah.
not,
Never
smoked.
cigarette smoke?
No.
I like
in his life.
Bloods,
I've smoked like hookahs and like I'll
Yeah.
have cigars and shit.
hookahs are a
But
big.
never
Oh,
smoked cigarettes.
you'll suck this thing.
Never smoked
I've smoked
cigarettes?
Juuls before
Who'll
too.
suck
Nah.
this thing?
Yeah?
Never smoked
Even your
cigarettes,
lady,
nah.
she doesn't smoke? No.
Nah.
Good for you, man. Did you ever smoke cigarettes? Like buy packs?
Yeah, when I was completely depressed.
Dude, I started smoking. I started smoking a cigarette, which was like what, yesterday? Like,
Yeah.
we're always depressed. Me too.
I'm not addicted to them though.
I started smoking cigarettes when I was 12.
Yeah, super young.
Purchasing packs. I've just, you know what it is? I'm just an accelerated person.
Yeah.
I fucking smoke cigarettes at
you were
12.
30 at
I
12.
get chicks at 16. Like, I ain't waiting for life to come to me. I'm going to get it. You know what I'm saying?
that's a go-getter's attitude.
That's it. So I have cancer and 3 kids. So that's pretty much what that comes to.
yeah.
And I say 3. I say I say 3 because I definitely got someone pregnant that doesn't know it's mine because she was probably cheating on her boyfriend with me. But
Yeah, you definitely.
You gotta eat that one.
You
Dude, I'm a
also
good dad.
You also definitely snore
Love
like
you.
you've been smoking cigarettes.
love you,
since
son,
were 12
daughter,
years
wherever
old
you're
also.
at. Come see me. I'm a celebrity now. I'm on TV. That's like, crazy. That guy looks just like me.
Yeah, I mean, all right. Well, here's the thing. I don't know. You guys live closer to Dad, obviously.
Yes.
So I have this running joke on my Instagram that Dad doesn't love me.
Yes. I mean, that's true though.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. But it's one of,
middle child syndrome.
now, do you think that he enjoys it or possibly doesn't like it?
Oh, that you talk about
Yeah,
it?
I'll just be like, yeah, like my dad doesn't love me.
I think he knows at this point you're kidding. So
Yeah, I think he knows at this point. I think he knows.
I don't think he likes it though.
I think he 100% knows that he knows that you know. I feel like fucking Eddie Murray. Norton, get down there. I know that you know that I know that you know. Dad knows that he knows that you know that he actually loves you.
Yeah.
So I think
we had that whole
but
thing
I think,
where he never said he loved me until I was 27
I think
years
any parent hears their kid say like, "Oh, I don't feel like my parent loves me." They're gonna be like, "Oh, that makes me feel awesome." Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
I want to catch Dad once while I'm sitting behind him, like 'cause you know how he'll sit in his couch and we all have that view of the back of his fucking head, and like I just want to see once like Dad pulling that up and. and not hear anything, just get past the point where we're like, yeah, my dad doesn't love me, and my dad's watching. You just don't hear a fucking sound come out of his fucking mouth.
I just love it now because now my dad, like when I'm leaving, I'm like, all right, Pop, see you
No,
later.
I think-
I
I
love you, Jared.
I think
he'll
he get.
like,
I think
Danny
he
will be
gets
like,
it.
good night, Dad.
I think maybe at first he was like, "What the fuck's wrong with this
just
kid?"
pats him on his
Yeah.
back. He's like, you don't love me too. He's like, nah, I love you.
Yo, my dad got so mad at me one time. I was like, yo.
Just once.
Yeah, just once. I remember one time we were all sitting in a room and like me and my dad were arguing about something. It was about like getting like a case for my cell phone. Like a clip for my Nextel. I was like,
It's never only about that.
Yeah, but I was just like, yo, can I get a clip for this phone, man? And he was just like, oh, I don't have the money right now. I was like, you have enough money to buy Jared a car?
Yep.
And he fucking went crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yo, he chased me. My
Which
dad.
because
my
it
dad
wasn't accurate. He just co-signed for the car. I
Right.
paid for the car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
I was
tried
like-
to pay
I
for
was
it.
like, yo,
That's probably why he's pissed.
Yeah.
Again, I remember he was like, Jared was like, yeah, I need like a couple grand or something or whatever, like another time. And I was just like, yeah, but I still can't get this thing, right?
Yeah.
And then he looked at me, and our dad would do something where he stood up, and you know, like when you like, you don't want to run out of the room, but you're like, yo.
Yeah.
I was like,
Which
yo,
you get him so-
chill, like I'm good.
Yeah.
It was a joke.
It was a joke, bro.
Why you
Chill out.
standing up real fast.
Yo, because my dad would just stand up real fast,
That's
and then
so
we
funny.
also knew our dad was gonna beat the shit out of us if his glasses were off.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
If that eye started getting lazy, you're getting fucked
That's
up.
it,
He's
yeah.
hitting one of those two guys.
Dude, that was like me and my brother. We could tell when my dad was like coming because
Right.
judging by like the sound of the footsteps, it was like,
Yeah.
oh fuck,
The
those are
cadence.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
The
then
impact
and then
of
we get in there
heel
and
to
just
floor.
pretend we're asleep. And like
Every time he would come in.
I was good at it, but Keith was always just like,
Yeah, he was pretending he was asleep once when I
Never been good at like.
I
faking,
prank
like,
called.
sleeping.
I prank called.
eyelids
Me and my
always
friend
move.
would call like Chinese restaurants and like a pizza place and do the two-way thing. So they'd be like, "It's like you call me," and then it's like, "No, you called us." Like, what do you want? Be like, "No, you call me." Cops came, got us. Long story short, I'm upstairs. My dad's like, fucking like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you because you just had the cops come here at 12 in the morning, rightfully so.
yeah.
Don't hurt me, Dad. I'll tell the real story, I promise. So, but we go. So I'm telling a story. Danny's sleeping, and he just goes, and another thing, and just punches Danny in his chest while he's sleeping. And Danny just goes, "Oh, sleeping." My dad goes, "No, you weren't." My dad just knew. My dad would have just like got Danny while he was still, just while he was sleeping. Still, I've never seen the most thugged out thing ever. My dad's
got
got what
one-
the fuck did I do? I was dreaming.
Yeah, Dad has one ass kicking in the left, I think. I don't know which one was going to get
for
it.
sure. Yeah.
But it'd probably be me. The other dad,
Probably gonna be from mom.
I literally texted. I texted Dad the other day, and he
want to do this 45 years, woman. Tired of you, bitch.
I texted him the other day, and he just goes, "Hey, Danny, I just don't have time for this."
Yeah.
I was just like, I get it,
you know
bro.
what, man? It's so funny because if you think about like, I mean, I'm
Don't have time.
He's like, I just don't have time for
I'm
this.
the only dad in here, so it's like, when I'm now at my age and I'm sitting across the table from Dad, it's like you always remember it's your father, but like you're still thinking now, you're like, damn, we're just two older dudes now, like in the game, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
This is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
I'll
And he's
always
gonna
be your
have-
son.
Right.
You always look at me as someone you have to care for. I'll always look at you as someone that I should respect. But now it's just like, every now and then, like Dad just like whatever, like scripted, stereotypical answers he should give. Now it's just like, fucking bitches are crazy. Before he's like, no, man, you got to be patient. It's better to be the bigger man there. You should treat women nice. And now it's just
changing.
Like, now he's just like,
That's so funny that he
Bitches are
texted
crazy.
you that.
he's like, don't ever get married. Don't ever do the shit that I did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was always good advice. Like he always said it to me. I think my dad, he was good at that.
Yeah. He would be very good at those
There was
things,
the
but
equal
also
amount of scaring you to death and the
Yeah.
equal amount of, and even more loving you. But like when
Yeah,
my
well,
dad
imagine
grabbed
with
you,
dealing with all of us.
when our dad grabbed you, it was like, remember when I
Our
was
dad's a
talking
big
about,
guy.
Yeah, like my dad in his prime, like was a guy that could move around shit. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah.
6'3", 200 pounds, athletic dude, and kind of hair trigger temper if you said the right thing. And I remember, like, sometimes I would just be talking shit. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm a fucking, you know what I'm saying? I'm a grown-ass man. And the next, I would be off of the floor.
yeah, I saw Jared get elevated like
Dude,
fucking Chris
off
Angel
of the
one day.
floor. Dude, off of the floor. And I remember immediately just being like, just let God take you. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's over. You're
like,
done.
this
You were gonna go
is my
right
last
through the
moment.
roof into heaven.
then
I think
he
I,
was-
I think I remember. I was like watching Power Rangers. I was
me
like,
back
no one's
down.
gonna mess this episode up for me.
Yeah.
And Jared's getting choked. I'm like, no.
Yeah,
it's-
I'm like
Green Rangers here.
pulsing next to
You're
Michael.
like, yeah.
Michael's just like, stop. This episode's
no, I'm in the corner like.
All right, everyone,
I'm in the
can everyone quiet down? They're morphing.
yeah, I'm in the corner like doing moves, and then I'm like, my dad's doing the move to Jared. I'm like doing it also. I'm like,
There's a. It's like I want to learn. I remember that like there would just be situations though where it would be like, if Jared was getting like some heat,
Yeah.
a part of you was like, damn, I want to help him, but if I do this,
Oh, you're fucked.
I'm in trubs.
No.
So that's what it was.
It was like
And
war.
my-
I'd be like, just run. Just go.
honestly,
Save
very
yourself.
nice
Save
man.
yourself.
Save
Yeah.
yourself. Don't
Our
look
dad-
at
our
it.
dad's
Very
the best.
nice man. Just
Probably
I feel
the
like
nicest
he
dude,
would
the
hold
nicest.
all that in, and then it'd be certain moments that he was just like, all right, I'm letting loose.
And then my mom, on the other hand, she was just like, say the right thing at the wrong time, motherfucker. I got something for you.
Yeah, that was
You know,
both
like-
my parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom
Are your
one time-
parents off the boat Italian or like they were born
No,
here?
they were born here, but
Okay.
like they also grew up in the time where like their teachers were beating the shit out of them in school and
Right,
shit.
yeah.
But like I remember we had like
I grew up. I went to school.
we
where I
had
got
bunk
spanked,
beds,
too.
bro. We had bunk beds, and there was like a slot. There was like two wooden planks that would go like this. There was a hole in the middle of it, and I was on the top bunk, and Mom's like, "You got to get it for school," and I was like, "Yeah." And then I rolled over and fell asleep. And then she, for whatever reason, I guess was having a bad morning. She came through and she was sticking a hockey stick through that slot. It was like, "Get the fuck!"
Oh my
up here."
God.
And I was like, "Damn, Mom!"
like a raccoon. Like
Yeah, I was
under
like,
the
"Chill."
porch.
And I was also like, "Yo, none of us play hockey. Where did you get that?"
It's like I've been fucking working out in the fucking basement.
It's got like just got different weapons every like your fucking stuck pancake to the fucking pan.
I was like, "Mom, what the fuck?"
Because our dad would be like super cool, but then like threaten to throw you out of the house like over a fight about Beyonce.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Which was
My dad one time
And I'd be
threatened.
I'd
like,
be
I
like, this isn't about Beyonce.
This is about us.
This is about
Who
you
was
and
who was
me,
tougher?
sir.
Who was tougher on you though? Your mom or your dad?
It's probably tougher. Is probably my mom. 'Cause my dad was the one who was like the executioner. Because my mom would, my mom like raised us because my dad would work 2 jobs, so my mom didn't have to work when we were like super young.
Did you hear a lot of wait till your dad gets home?
Yeah. And then
I
when
heard
he
that.
did get home, it wasn't great.
Dude, and it would be like 3 hours later, but he still had the same energy.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
but my mom also was
Well,
just
he
like
didn't
my
know
mom was
about it.
ruthless too, though. My mom would like she would fuck us up.
They were smart about it. They knew. She was like, if I call your dad at work and it's 2 p.m. and he doesn't get home till 6,
to
his
sleep.
anger is going to wear out.
Yeah, and go to
I
sleep.
need to tell him just as he walks in. He's like, oh, where's dinner? She's like, Joe stole the card today. And he's just like, oh, did he now? You know what I mean? And he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm going to eat. And then I'm
And I
gonna
just want to
thrash
say
you.
something for people who are like, don't hit your kids and shit. We have the best relationship with our fucking
Yeah, and
family,
my
dude.
dad
Like my
clocked
family
me.
is tight, and like, yeah, you punched me with a ring on once. I'll never forget it. But
slapped me too.
our family is our family
For trying to smuggle those cigarette butts in
But
for you that time.
we have
Smack the
our
shit out of
family.
me.
Our
angled
family
the
is
ring
our
purposely.
family is just like tight. Like that's just how it is. Like
Yeah.
I can't imagine this.
Ours too. We're mad
this
close.
was-
Yeah.
I
Well,
sti-
you live in a time now where beating your kids is frowned upon. And
but
don't
he
get me
hasn't-
wrong.
but yeah.
Don't get me wrong. There's a limit.
There's a
You know?
difference.
My dad hasn't done it in
But
so
just
long
so-
that I
just
almost
so you
want him
know.
to do it for like. I'm like,
Just so
yeah,
you know.
Like, you
Just so you
pussies.
know.
fucking hit me.
Yeah, just so you
Love
know.
me and hit
Yeah. It is still legal to spank your kids as long as it's not excessive.
Yeah,
So
no, but I know some
go out-
people
I
are
tell
like,
people all
I
the
don't really
time,
want to
I'm-
hit my kid and shit, and it's just like,
I
dude,
remember.
I'm like, yeah,
I'm
wait
fine.
Wait till it tells you to go suck your dick.
Yeah.
Let's see how much you want to
Dude,
not
like
hit
when
that
you're,
kid.
Exactly.
when you're out in the
Yes.
street, right? When you're out in the street and you see like you hear like some tantrum being thrown by some kid, right? And you see mom or dad there, and they're just sitting there, and they're just like Bradley,
Stop.
and the kid is just like no, no, and I'm like, bro, do you know how long that would have lasted with my mother? You know how long
I wouldn't get a warning.
I would have gotten maybe half of the letter N out,
Dude,
right?
literally,
and
my
I would have
mom.
been just bone exposed. That's what would have happened.
One time I was in BJ's with my mom, and I was sitting in the cart, and my arm.
BJ surplus. Just
Yeah,
going for
so
it.
my
Wholesale?
arm, I was like
Wholesale
flailing my arms or something, and then it got caught in between this like pillar. So my mom didn't see, so she kept going, and it like took
Almost snapped your
basically
arm.
like, almost snapped my arm, and I
Yeah,
screamed.
keep all hands and feet in the ride at all times.
Basically,
obviously.
and I screamed so loud. I was in so much pain. I thought my arm was gonna come off. And my mom, instead of being like, "Are you okay?" was just like, "Shut the fuck up." She didn't say it like that, but she was like, "Would you stop?" Because like, and I feel her in a way because it's like, "Oh my god, you're making it seem like I just like burned you, like in front of all these strangers." But she was just like, "Would you shut the fuck up?"
There was always the I'm not doing anything to you, from like my mom or something.
I didn't hurt you.
Yeah,
No, my mom would be
because there's like 5 people staring.
my mom would be on the phone. She'd be like, "Yes, no, absolutely," and then she just turns.
No, my mom is.
No, everything's fine here. We're good.
Yeah, it's like, if I come back and nothing's cleaned up, I'm lighting this motherfucker down.
Praise Jesus,
Janice, how are you?
Hey,
I
Jen.
will never forget. I took a shit and it clogged up, and there was a shit fucking Nile River going through our bathroom. I remember. And my mom, I've never. It was like, in Christmas Story when the dad curses, but you don't fucking hear the cursing.
Yeah.
I heard everything, and I'll never forget it. My mom was like, "You get the fuck in here, you clean it with the bucket." And I remember I did. I was like, "She's right." I remember being younger, and be like, "She's so right. I have to do this."
She's so right.
But I remember going in. That's where I was like when my mom was like cursing and stuff, I was like, I'm doing whatever she says. Even my dad too, because my dad never curses, rarely ever curses.
Hates when we curse too now.
And
fuck shit. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dad's not
Fuck.
good. Dad,
He's not a curse.
Dad.
Fucking love you, Dad.
Love you, Dad. Dad's cursing game is like a rhythmless dancer. It's just like shit ass. And I'm like, what? He's
What
like,
was that?
But he doesn't. I think only during
He, like, looks
sports.
around before
Only
he
during
says it, like-
sports was his big time when we were younger, and we used to be like, "Nice, man."
I fucking
Let it
love
out.
Dad.
dude, the best.
Fucking love
the
him.
best. And it's funny because, like I said, I remember I'm obviously 10 years old, 8 years older than you, 7 years older, 10 years older than you. So I remember like my parents like in a prime of their they were younger than me than I am now. As I remember them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now I just look at them and I'm just like, look at these old people now. Yeah. Just like,
It's weird. It's weird.
It's crazy to look at them like, and I admire that they're up there in age like too, but it's like you look at it and you're just like, dude, that's going to be me.
I'm
Like,
grateful
just
for all the
so
beatings
annoyed by
because it just
everybody.
taught me not to just be a fucking loudmouth.
Yeah,
also,
bro.
though, because there were kids that are huger than me in school too, and I'm like, oh yeah, I learned from my dad. I might get something thrown at me.
How long your parents been married?
Oh, they're not married anymore. They were married.
Oh, okay. So your parents split up when you were younger?
I was like 15.
Did you stay with mom or did you go and live with dad?
He left.
Like
He didn't like he didn't like do that, but like he
out of New York.
Yeah, he still lives in North Carolina.
Got you. So you were raised basically by your mom.
No, I wouldn't say that because I was 15.
Got you.
Do you
Right.
go to Cacalax or no? You go to North Carolines ever or not
North
really?
No, I haven't been there.
You never been?
I have a better relationship with him now than I did like like recently.
Gotcha.
But like
For sure.
My parents never got along. So for as long as I can like actually
Gotcha.
remember, like maybe when I was
Gotcha.
super young they did, but I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they
yeah,
never
yeah.
like really got along. And then like when I was 15, he like went to North Carolina. They like separated.
So, but your mom like basically raised you like it sounds like
Yeah, because
on her own. Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that though, because like my dad like was there for us. Like when we were super young, like he was working 2 jobs and he'd
Right.
come home, and it was like everything was cool for a little bit. I just
Gotcha.
don't like. I can't remember.
Yeah,
that
And
stuff.
how
I
many
was young.
siblings do you have?
I have 3 other ones.
You do.
Yeah, yeah.
You
You
do.
got Keith. Yeah, you've never met Keith.
I don't
Or you
think
never
I've
seen
met
Keith?
any of your
Keith's
family.
great.
Did any
No,
have
Keith's
ever
great.
come to a restaurant?
Nah.
No, I met like other people.
Keith
that
looks
you
like an
work with.
old, like he has his face, like he looks like an old French artist. Like he could have been like an old French artist or something.
Joe's brother. And
Yeah,
you're
he's
the
the-
youngest. Where are you in the chain?
Yeah, I'm the youngest.
You're the baby.
Yeah.
Got you. So how old are your parents?
Like my mom's like they're in their like early 60s.
Okay, yeah, so
Yeah.
they're like similar to ours. Yeah, it's crazy because my dad met my mom, who already had a kid at the time, right? So my dad only had boys. The men in my family, LoPriores, only have one gender baby. My Uncle Frank had all girls. My Uncle Dominic all boys.
Yeah, all
I've
boys.
only had girls. My dad only had boys. So it's like, that curse or gift or whatever the fuck it is kind of there. But I remember thinking to myself, like I want sons. But watching us grow up, there was a way less maintenance with girls. You know what I mean? Like, don't
3
get me
boys
wrong.
is
Oh
hilarious.
yeah, yeah.
Between
But then you
14
add my cousins, 6 boys, John, Daniel, and Christian. We'd all get together,
Yeah.
and it would just be like
I guess
shit
like
like
every
fire.
guy is
Royal
worried
Rumble.
about having a kid that's like having a daughter because he's like, Jesus Christ, like now I got to fight the fucking wolves off of this poor kid. You know what I mean? But girls are between 14 and 17. My oldest daughter, because my little girl's 10 now, she'll be 10 on the 26th. my oldest daughter between 14 and 17 is when I wanted to fucking drown her. Like I literally wanted to just take her down to the river and just drown her. And like I wanted to like just Lenny her ass. You know what I mean? Like that's what I wanted.
I didn't mean to hurt him.
No, I didn't mean
That's
to hurt
the
her.
one.
Like, this is for everybody.
I don't think I could.
You know what I mean? Like,
Dude, I'm
I'll
fucking
see you in heaven.
terrified of having children. I'm just gonna say.
But afterwards, it's like, you know, as a guy who's always kind of loved the company of women, that you still get that romance a bit, like with daughters, where it's like your son is just like every time you look at him, you're just like, I just want to split this fucker's skull open. Like he's such a dude.
It's a
Stop
different.
challenging me.
Yeah,
It's a
like,
different
just a
relationship.
dude.
Yeah, I would think it's a different
I'm like,
relationship
you're
because
eating all the shit. You
Yeah.
fucking smell like what the fuck. You won't leave your room. You're constantly playing video games. I just want to fucking slap you.
I'm
you know?
definitely gonna. I mean, there's gonna be some pow pows going on. For
Oh,
sure.
big pow
Like,
pows in the
I'm
booth.
not.
It's so funny.
There's
Like
no
these two
way.
assholes having kids and just me being like
Mimi
out of
pals.
the dad game.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
retired
yeah.
from the
You're gonna be
game.
done, yeah.
They're
Yeah.
old enough.
I was
and you're
almost
like-
done, dude.
Yeah.
If you think about it, if I didn't have my little girl, I would have been retired from the parent game.
Yeah.
At like 25,
Dude, so young.
Dude,
so
I could
young.
have went and played like Canadian parent league. Like I could have went to like China and played in the parent league.
I remember
like,
he. I
anywhere.
remember when he had his
Like,
second
in my
kid.
prime.
I remember when he had his second kid, and he's sitting on the bed. He's laying on the bed. He just goes, "Yo, I gotta tell you something, dog." I'm sitting on the bed, and I just go, "You had another fucking kid," and he goes, "Yeah," and I'm like, "You're a fucking idiot."
Dude, I called
Yeah,
my.
I said the same
I called
thing.
my
You're a
closest
fucking
friend.
idiot, dude.
It was such a bad move that I called my closest friend, Ben, and I was just like, "Yo, you know, will you be my daughter's godfather?" He's like, "Yo, nah, dog." Like, yo, I'm out eating Indian food right now. Like, son, quite frankly, I don't even want to fucking.
By the
talk
way,
to you, to be
though,
honest.
coolest
And I-
fucking kid ever.
Oh,
dude.
Charlotte,
Coolest kid
yeah,
ever.
amazing
Fucking
kid.
best.
But the fact that it was, it was just came from the rose that grew from concrete, as I like to call it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sure.
Nobody wanted to fuck with me. Like, everybody was just like, "You raising this one on your own, motherfucker." Like this, it's
Well,
weird.
we put our time in.
Dead
You
ass-
know, because
dead
everybody
ass-
else is
and
like,
I-
"There, babysitting
I
trip."
didn't even
How
take-
old were you for the second one?
I was
Normal person
30.
age.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not a normal person, but just normal person age. Yeah,
Yeah.
We were walking up the street, and he was like, "Yo, I got to tell you
It was
something.
still a mess.
I'm having another baby," and I just go,
I ain't watching that motherfucker.
and I was like, "Whoa."
Danny moved out of Hastings like 2 months later.
There was one time.
Michael recently has become. He's become my audible for babysitting. I'm just like, oh, mom was not here. Omaha,
trying.
kill, white 80.
Trying.
And it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, I watched so many kids
But they're two
growing up.
weirdos, so they get along pretty
Yeah,
good.
I watched so many kids growing up. I had to retire.
Yeah.
I had to.
But if you think about it,
So many
it's the
children.
best birth control. Like, being around other people's kids makes you realize like how bad you don't want to have kids. You know what I mean? Like my oldest daughter, I'm like, yeah, you out there having sex and all of that? I'm like, yeah, babysit this for.
I gotta be.
come back,
I
she's like, I'm
have
never
to
gonna have
be
sex again, Dad. I'm
mentally
like, yeah, you're a smart
okay before I could ever. Actually, I don't know.
So
Some
you'll
people
never
say
have
that
kids,
having a
basically.
kid fucking
So
saves
you're never
them,
gonna
too.
have kids, basically. That's what you're saying.
Probably not going
Dude, you're
to.
smarter not to, dude. You go out and get a dog, man. They die after a while. Kids, they last forever. You know what I mean?
I hope
you
your
gotta
daughter
keep them.
see this episode so hard.
No, man. But if you think about
It's
it,
like I had her know it wanted to fuck me. She's like, thank you.
You want to know?
kids will outlive you. You get a dog, they're dead after 10 years. It's done. You know what I mean? Like that's it. You bury them in the yard.
normal.
You,
It's
you
normal.
bury them in the yard. Yeah,
That's
it's-
why
it's not a whole thing.
if you really do think about it, though, the idea of children is very scary.
dude, it's scary.
Yeah. So I understand where.
And
you're
then
coming from
you
on that.
add a kid to that as the parent as well. All right, like
I'm
so
just not
I
trying
was
to fuck
16.
anybody else,
I was
like,
playing baseball. I was playing baseball in Canada, and we were traveling around a bit with the team. And I'll never forget it. I was with my man Billy and my man Johnny. We were playing NBA jams, right?
Yeah,
in the
that
hotel
life
room.
changed.
In the hotel room. I'll never forget. I had the chair from the hotel on the bed, like sitting on the bed. Like take this chair, and put it on the bed, and he's on fire. You know what I mean? Like it's going down. And the phone rings, and it's just like, yeah, phone call for front desk, like LoPriore. And it's like, we're in there just fucking acting like idiots. And I'm like, all right, yeah, put it through. I put it through, and it's just a sobbing woman. Just
His girl's pregnant.
yeah, his girl, he didn't pull out.
Boom shakalaka
Boom, shakalaka, children.
from downtown.
He can't buy a bucket. Yeah. But so she's sobbing, like hysterically. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, and Billy and Johnny are in the back, like, yeah, motherfucker, like going nuts. And I'm just
Kidless.
I'm like, yo, shh. Yo, quiet. And it finally comes through, and she's like, I'm pregnant. And I went out the next day and played the best game of my career with that league. I went like fucking 4 for 4, like hit the cycle. Like, I didn't hit one out, but like went for cycle and went back. And I remember finding out like just really like it was all done.
16, bro.
Dude,
Think about it. The day before you were perfectly fine.
I was the happiest pig in shit. And I'll never forget it. It was just done. Like, it's the first time I ever heard Dad cry, and I felt so bad because I knew how.
Oh, he let out an audible one.
No, no. So when he found out about it, I think Jen's mother had called my mom, and she flipped out. Like, she was embarrassed that she had to find out from somebody else, and she was just pissed. Anyhow, I come home and I'm talking to Dad. I'm just like, I got to tell you something. You know what I mean? It's like, and you've had this conversation with your dad or parent or whoever. Like, I got to admit something. I'm a fucking idiot. And he goes, she's pregnant, right? Like, he just knew it. And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, come here. And I'm like, no. Like,
I'm not going over there.
I know what you do.
And I was like, he's like, why not? I'm like, because you're angry with me. He's like, I'm not angry with you. He's like, you know what? Just go to bed. And we were staying in that basement apartment by the cemetery at the time. And I remember going into the room and coming back. And he was watching TV at the time. And the lights were off. And the poor guy was just in there crying.
Jeez.
Like, and I felt so bad because I didn't understand.
My kids.
I didn't. Yeah. I didn't understand. It was just all done.
Yeah.
He knew it. He was just like, your life's never gonna be fun. Like, you just threw it all away just now.
He's a
and he's
dad.
like, and
He
you're
knows
gonna.
what's coming
And he was
next.
like, and you're gonna be a dad. Like, you're not
know-
just gonna be some guy that gets people pregnant. Like, you're gonna be a dad. Like, that you're gonna be responsible about.
You know why he cried?
what's that?
Because he loves you.
No,
Yeah,
yeah.
that too.
And
That's
he cried
what it is.
because he's like, now I gotta take care of this fucking
16?
kid.
Yo, I'm pregnant. What's that Willy Wonka song? It's like, oh no, Wizard of Oz,
pull
where it's
up-
like, scared at the
pull up. Yeah,
I'm like
tell your
freaking out. I'm
mom.
hyperventilating. I'm like, I can't. At 16,
Tell your mom to send you a picture of you when you were 16, and look at it.
I don't even think I
and
really
and then Photoshop a baby that looks like you into that fucking
Dude,
picture.
what
Dude,
year
it's
was
devastating.
that? I don't even know.
dude, like, I don't even think. Were you
For
born?
me, it was 96.
For me, I think that's 2008.
Yeah.
2005, I think I was.
Imagine
Oh, so
Yeah,
when you're
2008.
16,
Crazy.
yeah. So,
So
I'm
now-
like,
yeah.
2008, bro.
So don't feel bad about not having.
I feel like I would have a baby and it would outweigh me.
2008, bro. I was
You wanna
getting
borrow
turned
my-
on
you
by
wanna borrow-
watching Nelly's Hot in Here video. Like, there's no way I'm trying to fucking have a child.
I was waiting to
dude.
jerk off the tip drill.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I
yeah.
was not trying to have a
On
baby.
Uncut BET was like my
Dude,
like most
porn. It's like
passionate,
Spice.
sexy,
Yeah.
like adventurous thing.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah. So if you ever feel bad about not having kids,
but
just
being
borrow-
an
just borrow
uncle,
one of mine.
being an uncle at a young age was cool though.
yeah, of course.
It was very cool.
It was very
Yeah,
dope.
absolutely. And that was-
All right, so cool. Like before we wrap up the podcast, we do ask everyone these questions, so you guys could both answer them.
Okay.
First one being, what was the worst job you ever had?
You can go first.
no, you can go first.
All right. So the worst job I ever had must have been my maintenance job because I was like a fucking goddamn like a fucking target on the wall for bees and I was just cleaning up the dirtiest shit like kid fucking throw up. I'll never forget picking up fucking tampons out of the girls' fucking bathroom because they didn't have a maintenance guy doing it. Worst thing ever. Worst job ever. I don't even want to talk about it anymore.
That's
It's
it.
disgusting.
Throw up tampons and
But
bees.
doing maintenance at this place, I've never. First off, men, if you guys are trying to date women and you don't think they're like pooping and all that stuff, girls shit hard. Girls shit super fucking hard. I'll never forget going in this bathroom and there was shit on the fucking wall. I'm not even fucking joking.
Yeah,
it was
that's it. It's
explosive shit on the
explosive.
wall. And then I had to clean up tampons, but by far that was my worst job was doing maintenance
That's
at a
so
pool.
fun. Yeah.
I had fun there sometimes, but
A hot lifeguard here or there. Is always
Yeah.
I
nice.
felt like I had to be like,
They were-
oh,
it
just
had- it
another
had its-
day.
I'm sure it
Like
had
cleaning
its
up
perks.
fucking popcorn, dude. That like
Pools are
I'll
very
never
sexual.
forget. I'll never forget going
Yeah.
one
Yeah,
day-
bathing
one year I was
suits,
working
people
maintenance.
wet.
I was working maintenance, and this little
Chlorine.
kid goes, I dropped my popcorn and stomps on it and
Like
mushes
eye
it
contact?
into several thousand million pieces. And the only weapon I got is like a little baby broom
Yeah.
that I needed to bend over for because it was too small to actually reach the ground. Anyway, I had a terrible job, maintenance job.
Worst job for me is produce. I worked at produce at the A&P across the street from
I
where our
remember
parents
that.
still
I
live
remember
now.
that. Yeah.
And it was a shit fucking job. My boss was an absolute piece of shit. Produce was just like prepping produce sucked. It's not even cool.
Terrible
It's
name
like,
for food.
dude. It's just it's just not even a cool job. And you're just like cleaning vegetables, and it's just like, dude, if we were doing like burgers or something, at least I could crush a burger every now and then. And I ultimately lost my job for stealing rice pudding. So that's that.
Yeah.
There it is.
Did you get fired from Circuit City?
I did.
They said you stole batteries.
They did.
Did
Yeah.
you?
I took batteries from the trash
Did
can.
you steal the
Oh, yeah,
batteries?
from the
The trash
no. Did you
here's,
steal these
here's
batteries?
what it came down to. in electronics, like shit packages get broken and merchandise rolls around the store. So you'll find it, you'll throw it in trash, you'll put it in like a recycling
sometimes it rolls
bin, whatever.
right into your pocket.
Sometimes.
Right into your wall.
Oh, the StarTech Motorola. Sure.
Someone dropped the TV.
But I will
I got a
say this.
smartphone.
I will say this. I did not steal the batteries. Did I steal a bunch of other shit? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right.
They got it
So
right.
karma,
believe you.
yeah.
If
So I was
Tuesdays-
like, yeah, when I left, I was like, fuck yeah, you didn't even catch me for the big shit I took. You know what I mean? Like,
It wasn't grand larceny.
It wasn't grand larceny. The shit that I took besides that, though, probably, I
Grand
would
larceny.
have been in a lot of trouble.
Good for you.
Yeah, well, fuck the system, man. You know what I mean?
All right. The sheets that are currently on your beds, how long have they been there?
Fucking literally 2 weeks. I can't do dirty sheets. I feel like I'm sleeping like a fucking goddamn refugee. If I had my shit. I can't sleep on dirty sheets. But 2 weeks for me. Legit 2 weeks for me.
I feel like
Yeah.
refugees always have collared shirts.
Yeah, it's always like a
it's
polo.
hand-
It's like a shitty
Probably
ruffler
a
and
hand me
shit.
down,
And they
from
size up.
fucking, Yeah, not even to be a dick, but I'm just saying it's
Well,
probably
want-
it's probably donation.
Well, dude, they want to look good when they get into the country. They're going to hide it. And he's like, hey, man, I'm not underdressed. You got to be honest. He's like, we're
Ed
not-
Hardy.
You guys still wear those?
like
right?
an
old
old
fucking
fucking religion. Dude, that's so good. Ed Hardy.
Affliction.
Affliction.
Oh,
Yeah. It's
God.
like you can't read it anyway.
Oh
It's like it does the
God,
same
that
affliction.
fucking company, dude.
Well, now that I have the dogs, I change them often because the dogs sleep in the bed with me, so
yeah,
I change
yeah,
them
you got
often.
two
I
dogs.
I'd say probably about 4 or 5 days now.
Okay.
But that could go on for another 6 months. You know what I mean? You never know. Depends on
all
when
right.
I do laundry.
Only one other guest has been able to do this.
Okay.
Name 5 Kid Rock songs.
Oh, dude, I
Oh
can't name
Jesus
one.
Christ.
I can't name one.
Okay.
That okay sounded like another language.
He's like, oh, okay.
He's like, okay.
I'm passing that. Yeah.
Fuck, this is hard.
yeah.
Who the hell came up? What demon came up with
It's
this?
Danny.
Holy shit. Fuck. I don't know. Is it even called Bow at the Ba?
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
one.
All right, so Bow at the Ba.
Dude, Kid Rock gets the biggest rub on this show now that I think
Yeah,
about
he
it.
does.
Yeah.
Dude, every
Kid
week
Rock was
Kid
dope
Rock
artist.
comes up.
Kid Rock was a dope artist.
Yeah, it's
I want to be a cowboy baby.
Cowboy.
Cowboy.
that's
All right.
damn, dude. You
I want to be a cowboy,
Fuck.
baby.
Yeah, I'd almost rather get
I-
like a fucking calculus question than this.
Which the one you did? The can I contribute as well?
Yeah.
It's combined
Yeah.
team
Yeah.
effort.
All right, so I got two.
Which ones did you have? You had Cowboy.
Cowboy and Bow at the Ba, which I think that's what it's
Oh,
called.
that's
It is,
down
it
in
is.
the
Okay,
bang,
I'll make sure.
dang, dang.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
that was my contribution right
Yeah.
there. Did he make 5 songs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure
dude, he
did.
made a. He actually doesn't he have a crazy selling like album too?
Yeah.
first
Devil
one.
Without a Cause.
Yeah.
Went platinum.
Is that a song?
Yes.
Devil Without a Cause. That's 3.
Oh, he's a smart guy.
Smart
There's a
and,
big one. He remade a song that was a huge song.
like, was it his originally?
No, it was a huge song. Also, great cameo in Joe Dirt.
Oh, fantastic!
What's up, Dirt?
There was
I'm
nobody.
cool. Very nice.
There was nobody better
move.
than he was.
coming
there.
at me all wrong.
Yeah, that's right. You better get out of here now. Yeah, get on, Joe.
Oh, you're coming at me all wrong.
Oh God, dude.
Say
Do it again.
Yeah.
Hit that face with a soldering iron.
Best voice ever in showbiz.
I can't think
Let
of
me
any
ask you
more.
a question.
Nobody wants you around.
Does your mother sew? Boom.
Boom.
Get it.
Hey, that guy saved him. That guy saved him. He's like, no, he didn't.
I love Joe Dirt's classic.
Whoa!
Joe Dirt's classic.
Joe Dirt.
I think I don't know if they're doing another. They got
Dirt.
Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt.
And
Amazing.
he's just sitting there. He's like, you just hear. like that sound when his dick
Dude.
just gets hard.
The way he just goes into like whispering.
You just saved us. No, I didn't.
Yeah, he like slapped.
It was him. It was him. No, it was you.
Dude, that fucking movie is so classic.
Amazing.
Nobody wants you
Yeah,
around.
that's the guy.
But I would say that's our 3. I mean, I don't.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's tough,
who else?
tough.
Who else named it?
It was actually a group. It was like this kid from Barstool, and then another, like these 2 kids from Barstool. They were able to get him.
Damn, that's.
Yeah.
But it took him a
Sounds
while.
sounds about right. Over at Barstool, sounds about right. What are 2 other songs that you guys can?
No,
say
you don't
now?
give them away. Then people are gonna
So
get.
I-
Oh
Damn.
yeah.
It's like, damn, you want his discography?
The guests are the ones that are gonna have to know it, but they don't like. They're not gonna listen.
So
to
you
songs
guys
yet.
forgot "Picture" with Sheryl Crow.
Yeah.
I put your picture away.
He redid that.
Yeah.
No,
Or-
that's not the song.
No, that was the one he redid. Was like,
He did-
we
got
were
it, okay.
trying funny things, we were smoking funny
Oh,
things,
yeah.
we were doing some things to our favorite things.
Thanks. Okay, yeah, I do know that song.
Yeah,
The
now
South will rise again.
Yeah, yeah, now that we named 5 songs, I realize
I was black in year 2000.
I'll never
now
get over
I'm white as fuck snow.
I'll never. I mean,
Voting Trump
there-
2020.
there are things
all
about there are
2020
things
long.
about Kid Rock I obviously love because I grew up with his music. But like it's just so funny seeing that, and then he's like, "Oh, by the way, I do hip hop."
Yeah,
So
I
just letting
loved
you
how
guys
not
know.
in shape he was. That was my favorite thing. He was
Yeah,
like,
he's
he
built
was
like
like
one of the
skinny
alien
fat.
guys, the cricket guys on MIB.
Yeah,
He's
just
got
like
like
no
the
chest
stomach,
muscle whatsoever,
And just Kid Rock.
but
Yeah.
pounded hotties.
and baggy wife beaters.
Banged
And then
Pamela Anderson.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
he did.
Everybody did. That's
Yeah.
not really an accomplishment. But he hung out with what's his name, the little guy that passed away.
Yeah.
Only God Knows Why was the other song he made for little Stevie something.
No, was it Stevie?
All I need is
Stevie
Pamela
J?
Anderson.
No,
Was that a
Joe
singer?
C.
Is that a joke?
Joe C. Is that what it was?
I don't know.
Yeah,
What else
younger
you got?
guy.
You got another question?
Who do people tell you look like?
Oh my fucking god! I get Ed Bassmaster and Dave Chappelle sometimes.
I can see those.
Dave
Really?
Chappelle.
Yeah, I don't know why. I get Dave Chappelle and I get Ed Bassmaster. Oh, and I get Nick Kroll, which is the fucking weird. Also, by the way, I had a dream before I came here last night. He couldn't make it, so
Nick Kroll was
we
my
had
stand-in.
Nick Kroll was my fucking stand-in brother, and he brought me here and had an interview with him.
Yeah.
Weirdest
Fucked up.
fucking dream
That's
ever.
fucked up.
That'd be a great show.
I said, I was like, I'm pretty sure they'd be like, "Yo, could you get Nick and Jared to come through?"
Do you get Jonas Brothers ever?
I get Nick Jonas sometimes.
Yeah.
I used to get Nick Jonas, Channing Tatum, and some dude from
Do you
Lost.
get the dude from the basement yard sometimes?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, that's what
Seth
you get.
Rogen.
He said he gets Adam
Seth
Sandler.
Rogen,
Adam
dude.
Sandler.
Danny also gets random people though that no one knows. Like there's there'll be people or even people from like my stream sometimes they'll send me a picture like my boy Rico looks almost like just like you, and then this other kid Aki, he sent a picture that we were putting up their pictures on this wall in this game, and he had a fucking WWF belt or WWE belt, and upside down, bro. I'm gonna send you the picture.
Danny looks like The Rock.
They wanted me to turn the picture upside down. I'm like, no, I'm keeping it. It looks exactly like Danny, like in his new house with a fucking
that's
huge
great.
fireplace and just a WWE belt going across his chest.
Yeah, people have said I've looked like The Rock.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Really? You got
that's
Rock
it.
Literally no
I
one's
get-
ever said that.
I get.
No, they have. They have.
It's like Frankie
No
with
one's ever said that.
fucking Jason
Yeah.
Momoa.
Yeah,
It's
get the
like,
fuck
yeah,
out.
I'm the boulder, the bigger version,
Yeah.
rounder version of the Rock.
Who do you get?
I get Swizz Beats, and I get.
yeah.
When I have sunglasses on, especially, I actually had a guy walk up to me like, "Yo, Swizzy," and I was just like, "Nah."
Basically,
dude.
anybody who could be bald and from like
Showtime.
Iraq or
Showtime.
Iranian or like Iran or something like that. We
and
get
I
get shit like that.
I get Juno Diaz, who's an author. I've never read any of his shit.
People think
Can
we're
we
Middle
talk
Eastern too all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Oh, people always think
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
from
yeah.
the Middle East. Yeah.
Can we talk about like how I think I'm a kind of a fashion icon. I think there's things that I've started. Okay. And it was like dressing like shit. Like there would be like I would wear like a sweatshirt and old shorts.
No, you know who started dressing like shit?
with Timberland boots.
Little John that used to hang out with Power Mike. Hey, Corey.
Oh, yeah,
Whatever
yeah,
happened
yeah.
with the Kuwait War? We won that, John. Shit.
Power Mike was a guy that would probably take you behind the special K's and fuck your ass.
Yeah, Power Mike was
show you the
was
real
a
Power
Vietnam
Mike
vet
when you get-
who tripped on too much acid in Vietnam and never stopped tripping.
And then we
It
had a
was
kid
just-
that wore a pouch around his neck all the time.
Yeah, who's that?
So
You were saying you're a fashion icon for
Like being like bohemian-esque and dressing like shit.
I'm
I
going to
felt
tell
like
you
that was
this right
Yeezy. I
now.
feel
I'm
like
going to tell you
Yeezy
this.
did that.
See,
Bro,
he stole it from me.
who did?
Because I was poor.
I have not seen that robe on more people in my life than recently. I would say I saw the first time I ever saw it was on you.
What?
That robe. I know it existed, but I've
wearing
never
a
seen
robe.
the
The Versace robe?
I've never seen it.
As an
But
outerwear piece, nobody was doing that.
but I'm also gonna say
I-
this, and
yeah,
I'm
I
also
started
I'm
that.
also
No,
gonna say this,
Ghostface
bro.
was doing that.
I'm also gonna,
Danny's
yeah,
I
I'm
started.
also gonna say this though, and not hating on you. There have been several things that you've worn that I'm like I would never wear that in my life.
You know what my
Yeah,
favorite Danny attire is though? When you had the blonde.
But I've never seen that robe anywhere.
When
It's-
Danny had the
thank you.
blonde and was wearing like skinny, like you ever watch the show Gomorrah? You ever see it was like that Italian like mob series that was on Netflix?
No.
Danny looked so genuine, like Guido mobster from Italy. And I was like, this dude, like, this is someone that you want to pick on.
He's going
but
through
if you,
stuff.
But if you knew it, this dude's killed easily 10 people and 7 of them he was friends with.
I'll get you
know what I mean?
clipped. I'll get
I'll get you clipped.
Just for looking at me the wrong way.
That's so fucking good.
What's something you have to do every day?
Oh shit.
jerk it
Yeah,
Every day?
every
I
goddamn
jerk off.
day.
I jerk
sir.
off every day.
Every day?
Every day,
Yes.
I'll fucking come, bro.
Every day. I got the skin scabs to prove it too. I got the
Something-
scars on my dick to
Just
prove
Indian
it.
burn?
I love fucking jerking off.
Jerking it easily.
Something I have to do every day.
have to do it. Mm-hmm.
I got the skin scabs.
You don't jerk off every day?
I don't.
Fucking.
There may have been a time when I did, but
It's so adventurous still to this day.
Yeah, it's like,
Dude,
yo,
I'm
what
too
else?
lazy.
Like, I can't wait for this new cum.
Yeah.
You know,
I did it
on the horizon.
I did it
Release.
twice before I got here. I'll tell you that this morning.
That's so
Attaboy.
fun. That's cool. Something I have to do every day. I don't know. Probably like take a little hit of bud.
Okay.
I think that's something I have to do every day. Not like smoke heavy, but I just think like a little hit of bud is something that I need every day. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
you
I,
could smoke weed really good when you could talk while smoking weed.
See, everyone has
I
their
love
ways
those
of
guys.
relaxing. You smoke bud, I smoke my dick.
smoke
Turns into like a fucking like a fire after.
I smoke
turned
my
really nasally.
my dick like a goddamn chimney. All right,
this
here
is
we
gonna
go.
be your least watched show.
No, it's not. It's going to be huge. People have been asking for you guys for a long time.
I'll
Rate
do
yourself from 1 to 10, encompassing everything, looks, whatever, cock size.
Fuck, bro.
Brings
I
you
would
down to
honestly
three.
say
Can I
seven.
phone?
I would say
phone a friend?
7.5.
Nice.
I think I'm a decent looking dude.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't. I mean, I'm.
And
I'm,
that's not
I'm
only
bald.
because you look like me. I'm actually agreeing. That
No,
I always said if you took Michael and Danny and they had a kid, like it would
Yeah.
look like me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so too. But I'd say 7.5. I got a really good personals, I'd say.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I might be older now, but when I'm in bed, I'm telling you, I'm a fucking jackrabbit.
Dude.
Yeah.
So
That's when mom calls in. She's like, I tried to call in the show to confirm that your jackrabbit story is true.
I'm just saying, not every girl has camed, but a good amount of them have camed.
Camed.
Yes, or cummed.
And
Well,
with
I don't even know how
that,
you say
just
it.
run the credits. Joe,
You ever,
the credits.
you ever
run
just
the
be in there and just be like, yeah, this isn't happening.
credits. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think I got some shit to offer. 7.5.
Yeah, man, you got a lot of shit, bro.
7.5. Yeah, I'd say I'm probably 7.5. I'd give myself that now that I'm like, I'm still, I got 2 kids with 2 different women, bro. That's a big hit.
That's a
It is.
That's
Honestly,
a huge hit.
that's a Russian
Yes.
judge.
Dude, yeah.
We're gonna have to break the Russian judge.
if the
take
scores,
that away, I'm a 12.
that's
Yeah.
losing.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
if it's credit, if it's
Russia
credit
got you.
score and the kids are involved, you're going down to at least a 500.
Which
That's
in
a
baseball
500
is good.
or a 469 or
Yeah,
something like that.
which in baseball is very good,
Dude, yeah.
All-star.
Dude,
Still good.
But both of
absolutely.
your kids are awesome,
I'm Hall
so
of
that's
Fame.
a plus, though.
Right,
Again, a
right,
little
right.
bit,
Which
but
means
it's still
that I took-
going.
it's like I took great ingredients for myself and mediocre ingredients from everyone else and made an amazing meal.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Right. You work with what you have.
I'm working with
Yes.
You work with what you have.
7.5. You asked me that
Amen.
question years ago, I would have been like a 3 and started crying.
Yeah.
What game show would you guys have the best chance on?
Oh, fuck. I would say I would
I
have.
feel like I broke your mic.
No, you didn't.
I would say Family Feud.
You'd be good at Family Feud.
Family Feud.
Who
Yes,
would you
I know.
have on there?
Are you saying solo or can it be something like that?
No, it could be something like that.
Family Feud. I mean, my family. I would want. I
There's
feel like
14 of you, so you
I'd
can't have all.
I know.
no,
I
you
would
can
say
only pick
these
5.
2 and like my cousins John or Daniel or Christian, whoever can fit in there. I'd get
What
more of the
show would
boys.
I do the best
Because it
on?
would be fucking hilarious.
I'll tell you what show Danny has impressed me with multiple times, and I don't know if he remembers this. Danny would turn into like Rain Man when it came to fucking Wheel of Fortune. It's the weirdest thing. Like one letter, he'd be like lemon meringue pie.
Yeah, my sister
And
does
an
that
hour
too.
later, the thing would come up,
How
and
do you
I'm like,
know
"There's
it?
no way it's lemon meringue pie," and it would fucking be lemon meringue
That's
pie.
how my dad is.
And the-
All DVR'd episodes.
the
My
clue,
dad, yeah.
the clue is like thing, and it'll be like B, and my sister's like, the fox jumped over the lazy. I'm like, how the
how?
fuck did you?
Yeah,
every
it's
single
so
word.
right.
It happens out of nowhere, but I remember Jared was just like, one time was just like, yo. And I was just like,
I don't know.
Yeah. I
I
don't
just kept watching. I was like, I don't know.
Dude,
Yeah,
amazing.
my dad's
Yeah,
like that.
I'm
My dad
amazing.
knows like
There were-
actors' heights
there
from
were a
back
few
in the day.
times-
I'm like,
there
how
were
the
a few
fuck do you
times where you
remember
got
that shit?
with I'd say with me,
I am amazing.
You know what I
motherfucker.
found myself randomly being good at? Like I shocked myself. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Yeah.
So would
My
you take
dad
that?
used to
So would you
answer-
do that? Would that be your show?
I was gonna go Family Feud first, but I don't want to dick ride. I was my dad would
Please
our
do.
dad would answer questions on fucking Jeopardy from another room while like fixing a sink.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, what is Kosovo?
Yeah, and he'd be like, nope. He'd be like, sorry. He'd be like, yeah. He'd be like, what is Serbia? Like incorrected. And I'm like, what the fuck?
my dad would do that. He'd be sitting
like,
at the edge of the
you're the
table
brokest
in the
smart
dining
dude
room.
I know.
In the dining room and the kitchen and the living room were like connected, but he was on the opposite side, just sitting there like reading the newspaper, like having beer or whatever, and Jeopardy be on, and I go to change the channel. He's like, "What are you doing? I'm watching that."
Yeah.
Oh my god! You're not even
It's
looking
like
at
a
the fucking
radio-
TV.
It's like a radio show.
about?
And
You're
also it's like a
sleeping.
radio show. It's
It's
like
a
I don't have
radio
to look at
Sleeping.
it.
There are
I also
people
felt
like
like dads never wanted to like participate in games,
Yeah,
but then they would, and then be really good at them.
Yeah.
oh, Dad crushed.
They'd be like,
I
"Yeah,
do.
I'm not gonna.
My
I
dad,
don't want to play
my dad
that."
used to do a crossword
Super
every
smart.
single night. He used to do a crossword every single night.
Which
but he would
makes
always,
you so much smarter than everybody else.
But
Like
he would-
off rip. It's like if you take karate twice a week.
Yeah.
you're already more skilled.
But
than
he would
everybody
always
else.
ask
Yeah.
my mom for the answers. Another fun fact: my dad,
Yeah.
my dad calls my mom John.
Does he? Wait, why?
Why?
I say it's because he wishes he was gay.
Okay.
But he would have a crossword puzzle.
I was like thinking it.
and I don't know. He'd just be like, John, what's a 5-letter word for
And what's
air
a-
balloons? Right.
Right.
Like it'd be like, call her John.
What's
Of
her-
course.
what's
John.
her first name?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Dude, that's
And guess what?
fucking
Guess what they call
hilarious.
her? Guess what they call her?
Biz.
Busy.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
dope. That's great.
That's what- yeah,
that's
they call
his
my-
daughter's.
yeah,
Yeah, his
they call
daughter's
her
name.
Biz.
That's so funny.
That's hilarious.
So,
that's hilarious.
your show would be Who Wants
I'd
to Be a
say
Millionaire?
Who Wants to Be a
next?
Millionaire. I've had some. I'm walking away at least 250.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Yeah.
Who wants
better
to
get-
be a millionaire?
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's
Coming
good.
up next.
That's good, Regis.
Coming up next.
Is that it as far
No,
as
we have
questions?
one last question.
Yes.
And the last question is:
Yes.
Are you happy today?
I'm incredibly happy.
I'm glad you
And
guys
the
came
reason
out.
is
Yeah.
because I never leave my fucking house. And these two guys here have been pushing for me to fucking get the fuck out
Yeah.
and do stuff. So baby steps.
Yeah.
And to anybody out there
Give
who
us-
doesn't like leaving your fucking house,
Give
leave
us-
the fucking house. It's
give
nice.
us a
Get out. You're not gonna
Get
die.
out.
I promise.
Yeah,
Go
no, it's
outside.
true. Yeah. dude,
Go out.
Anyway,
outside.
I
Go outside.
Hey.
Go outside.
What?
Go outside.
You mean?
What?
But yeah, the answer.
Go outside, man.
The answer is I'm incredibly comfortable here.
Yep.
Cool.
I'm having a great time.
Well,
I'm
this is
super
your-
happy,
this
and I
is
want to
your-
fuck everybody.
Yeah,
I don't give a
this
shit.
is your
who's in here.
wheelhouse. This is your. Am I happy today? Yes. I mean, I woke up happy. So, and this is a plus, obviously.
Nice.
I've been looking forward to it. I was like, Joe was like, he started the show. He's like, I can't, one LoPriore is probably enough. You know what I mean? I don't. There's definitely got to be like an FDA or something.
Yeah, we're gonna
multi-letter
violate some
fucking
rules
shit.
for
Yeah,
sure.
we're gonna get demonetized.
Now, let me
And
let-
Joe's- I'm
let me-
like, Joe, how's the show? He's like, I'm canceled after you fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question on a scale from 1 to 10. What number? Me not coming here being the highest. What did you think? Did you think I was going to come here today? Yesterday.
Yeah.
I was actually
what was
what
the
number?
overall?
No, I didn't
once,
think-
once I knew he was involved, I bumped up to an 8. Before 3.6.
Nah, even with Jared, I was like, nah.
No chance.
I gotta learn that subway. I guess.
I was 8.2.
Yeah.
Once I heard Jared was like, "Yo, I'm driving," so I was like, "All right, still
Yeah.
room margin for error here." But before that, I was like, "I'll give him a 3.6."
Dude, he,
I'm gonna get a text in the morning being like, "Yo, I drank."
Yeah,
And
yeah,
just-
yeah, I'm gonna be like, yo,
just
man,
so
sick
you
right
know-
now.
Yeah, just so the
Type
world
out the cough because I
knows.
don't even want to get on the phone.
Just so the world knows, like Michael skips all events. You know what I mean?
yes, I do.
So you two guys
After the last
have
year.
done something special.
Dude, we've
to get-
seen Mike
to get
Moore.
my little brother to come out of the house to come and party. This
Dude.
he meant it. Like after this no one ever. This is never gonna happen again. This could end up being your least watched show, but it's gonna be the most influential.
Haley's
on-
comedy.
yeah,
Yeah,
this
Joe-
is Haley's comedy.
Joe-
That's it. It just went. You're like,
Joe and me were talking to each other at 7 in the morning in order to come see
Dude,
Danny.
I was
it was
like,
the only way it was gonna work.
I was
I'm glad
hungover.
we
I was
got together,
hungover, and
yeah.
I was talking to Mike, and I'm like, "Yo, let's go surprise Danny at his apartment because you've never been there."
Right.
And
I was so happy.
And then he's like, "Yeah, we could go tomorrow, like whatever." And I was like, "Dude, it takes 20 minutes for you to get there. If you say yes, I'll be in my
Right,
car."
right.
And he goes, "Okay." And then I just put my phone in my pocket and ran out the door.
That's
and then
it.
picked him up. And
I'm
they
pretty
went to
sure there's a
Danny's
text.
apartment.
I'm pretty sure there's a text after him asking us to go today where I'm like, and then he'll just like, just do it, bro.
I was like, "I'm outside, so what's up?"
Yeah, so what's up? Did you? I'll ask both of you. Did you think like this is what you were going to be doing at this age? What was the other plan? What were you going to school for? You wanted to go into like physical therapy or phys ed.
Yeah, physical
right?
therapy. Physical
That was his thing, right? And then realized that you had to be smart to do that. And he was
I
like,
think I
"Fuck that."
paved the
You know
way
what
in
I mean?
2013
I'm
to
bailing
show
on
that it was possible that
Once
we
I
should
saw-
be doing
yeah,
something.
What
in
were,
our
you,
life.
what were you doing? What were you planning? Because I mean, this fame obviously comes on from certain things, and then you're like, all right, this has legs. We're gonna go somewhere with it. I'm gonna
Money.
create
We're
gonna
my
fuck
own
it.
thing. Money, obviously.
money legs.
Yeah, money legs, right? Where you're looking at it. What were you gonna do before this?
Honestly, like
Before you were the broadcast guy,
when I was young, when I was in high
the
school,
podcast guy.
my senior year, I was just lying to my parents like crazy because I lied to them that I applied to a bunch of colleges and I
Which
like
you
wrote
hadn't.
out this list. I didn't apply anywhere, and then it was like the last like week you can apply to whatever. It was already too late, so I just applied to the community college and like they take anyone, so I
Yeah.
got into there.
Is
Right.
your heart beating?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then after I did a semester and my GPA was like. It was like a 3.5, 3.4, 3.5 or something. It wasn't bad.
Fucking nerd.
Yeah, so then So then the next semester I signed up, and then I just like couldn't go for whatever reason. I would like drive to school and then just sit in my car because I was like, I really can't go. Yeah, it was weird. I was like, I can't go in there.
But you were gonna study what though?
I don't know. Like
Yeah,
at that point,
I didn't fucking
It would have
know.
been a fire. It would have been a fire.
Does anybody know in community college?
my dad was a fireman. And he retired in '98, so I was
great
like,
job.
I took that test.
Nobody hates firemen.
Yeah.
People hate cops.
We all took that test. Like
You
me,
see
all
Oh,
my
you told me
brothers
you
took
took
it.
the test too. Yeah.
All my
fireman
brothers took
coming
it.
in.
yeah,
aced
yeah.
it.
Oh, you aced it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're hot. All firemen, all hot fire guys. Ace it
Yeah,
immediately.
the only thing
Not
is if you
ripped
were,
enough, to be honest.
if you were a fireman, you'd be so yoked
Yoked.
Probably.
and have like
Yeah.
a weird tribal tattoo.
And
Yeah.
And earrings.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
like
for
ladder
sure.
36 going down your fucking or whatever. The
Yeah.
Or like a ladder all the way down your chest to your fucking cock.
Dude, I took
I actually, you know what's?
I took the police exam and scored like a 90 on it. They never called me back.
Yeah.
And then they were like,
Dude, I
"Give
got
us
a
your
90
piss."
Dude,
And he
let
was
me tell you
"No."
something. I could
They're
have
like,
got
this guy's built
I could have
weird.
got 120 on that exam. They still wouldn't have called me back.
I got a 99, and I was like 5,000th in line.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like crazy because you could get bonus
but even
points.
with
you
your
could get
father
higher
on
than
the
100.
job, they couldn't.
They would have
Well,
figured.
you
We would have
get-
figured something
You
out.
do get some bonus points
Of
for
course
that,
you
but
do.
like
Come on.
there's other
come
people
on.
who get bonus points for like other things. And like
You guys,
this is-
so you woke up happy today?
I did.
You
I
happy?
did.
Yeah.
I did. I'm actually in a very good place right now.
Yeah.
I'm
Hell yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
happy. I'm happy.
I'm happy
you know?
for you, man. Joe, you woke up happy? Ha ha. Yeah.
I feel like Joe usually. I mean, there's obviously an anger there, but I
Right,
feel like
yeah.
Joe's also. I feel like
Yeah.
Joe's also
Joe-
very can go back to. Happy.
Joe
I
has
feel like he gets happy.
Joe.
oh no.
You want to know what it is? I would say like it's like manic. Like when Joe is like happy, it's like the happiest person
He's
I've
the
ever
happy
met.
wanderer.
Oh
He
my
just wanna
god!
Smash his skull.
Like this guy.
He's like, "What's up? You want to go to the park?"
This
I'm
guy-
like, "Joe, if you don't get the fuck out of my
this
room."
guy is just a bundle of
fucking
joy.
kill you.
He's just a bundle of joy.
Yeah.
But if it's like business Joe,
Yeah.
CEO
Santa
Joe,
guy.
CEO Joe as we call him,
CO Joe.
get out of the way. Get off the
it.
tracks.
I will never.
Because that motherfucker's gonna run you
I'll
over.
never.
Dude.
I will never
I'm
forget
kinda
our
like
first
that
our
too, though.
first
I'm not-
conversation
I'm
when we
very
were
rarely
building
in a
your
bad
computer
mood.
was absolutely hysterical because it was just you and me going, I don't know what the fuck this is. And I'm like,
yo,
Joe,
I don't know what you're
shut
talking
up, Joe. I'm like, fucking listen.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know what the fuck this is.
Yeah.
It's so good.
They were telling
It's
each
so
other
good.
shut the like fuck up in like the first like
Like
5
the
minutes.
first
of meeting
minutes
each
we
other.
met each other.
I was like, this is going.
That's why I was like, this kid is just perfect. Because when Danny did his first interview, I knew you guys because he told me you guys were friends for a while. But then you guys started doing. I was like, you guys gotta be a fucking camera on these two when they're doing it. And I was like, yo, this is like the brother Danny needs while he's in the city.
Yeah.
That's how I thought about it.
It's true. It's
'Cause
true.
you guys mesh. So
I never
well.
thought about it like
It's
that. But
five
that's very
bro,
true.
brother.
That's
I just
very
wanna see
true.
you fuck.
Yeah, man. It's a beautiful.
He
thing.
also,
you guys are fucking.
Yeah, he
You guys
teaches
are
me like
killing
how to
it.
like be a normal person. Which
You guys
is
are killing
kinda
it.
hard.
That's
telling
like what
you,
I'm
yo.
trying to do too.
But
It's
like,
very hard for
so
me.
many
He knows
times.
how
So
to
many
do that.
times I've met people recently that were just like, they're like, "Wait, your last name's LoPriore?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're just like, "You related to Danny and Michael?" You know what I mean? I'm like, "Yeah, those are my brothers." They're like, "Dude, we've been watching them like since Vine." You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, we watch Basement Yard now.
Yeah.
We watch Michael on Twitch and all this, and it's so funny because it's like, well, not so much funny, but it's like it's awesome because all I cared about as an older brother is that
Oh,
they
it's
just,
funny.
They just didn't follow my lead too much. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And here they are. They're both just thriving
didn't-
in content creation,
Kidless.
making people laugh. Kidless, felonless,
Felonless?
yeah, gun woundless.
Yeah, gun.
You know,
Woundless.
Gun violentless.
definitely have more STDs.
No,
By the way-
I didn't realize that
Yeah,
the
that's one
show
thing I
was that
dodged.
big until we started going to other cities to hang
Yeah.
out, and we're
and getting love.
mad
How
love.
dope
dude.
is that?
Yeah, when we were in Miami, I was walking
How
out of a
dope is
diner,
that?
and a guy pulls up in his van and just goes, "Danny, I love you."
Yeah,
That's sick.
That's
And
so
I was like,
tight.
this is so dope.
Yeah.
and you talk about it too, and I'm sure your fame is the same, where it's just like you kind of look at it and you just like you think about it like I would never be that asshole that just doesn't say hello to somebody that's like a fan.
I could never.
You know what I mean?
It's a little weird
and I'm
sometimes.
sure for most people, like when you're super duper famous, that's tiring.
different,
It's
yeah.
tiring. It's exhausting. But it's just like you don't. I was telling Mike on the way over here. It's like the impact you guys have on someone who's having a shit day, that could tune everything out and just listen to the Basement Yard or follow you on Twitch and laugh. Like that's magic, bro. It really is a special thing, and even though you take it lightly and all of this, and you're like, this is what we do.
So is that, and getting just weird ass pink penises being sent to me sometimes.
Yeah. Well, that
Which I've gotten on Snapchat.
That's also magic.
From like this weird European dude once.
Dude, yeah, and if that was your lifestyle,
send me 800
think about how
crowns. I'll
lucky
show you the rest.
No, but it's but it is a special thing, and you guys get to go into the homes and fucking heads and ears of other people and make them laugh. It's a special thing.
Yeah, I mean that's the best part about it.
New Age Entertainment.
The money's good though. Too.
The money's good too, though.
Money's
man.
good too.
That's it. Yeah,
we're gonna have to turn him upside down.
Yeah, what kind of commercials? Do you guys? It's all advertising that pays the shit. Like, is that how that works? Yeah.
Yeah, it's something.
Yeah.
It's all advertising.
Yeah. Well, that was a good show.
Yeah. That was
Yo, we
Dave Chappelle skits.
how long? Yeah.
How do you guys make your money?
and I'm like, wait. So are you guys selling like blow?
Oh, yeah.
You selling blow? Too?
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Who says something about? Oh, bitch, you cooking?
that's how I was saying.
I do love sponsor voices though, because it's always like, all right. Anyway, we got something from our sponsors here. Rubelo fucking gum.
It
lasts longer than your average.
Like,
gum,
yo, so
and
your brother
it'll do
Danny
this.
has a job? I'm like, yeah.
No, no one. You can tell no one ever likes doing the sponsorships. It's like, does $15 the gum, does $15 on the Suns, you get this, and that's basically it.
How about its friend Joe? Does he work? He doesn't really work.
Yeah, cut this part
Doesn't really
out.
have a job.
Cut this
So.
part out. We love that. We love sponsors.
Where's your office? His apartment.
Yeah, his
It's in his
How does he get
apartment.
paid? I'm like, you're looking at him.
We're on top of his coffee table right now.
Okay.
Well, continued success to you fucking losers.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys coming on.
Yeah,
this was
doing
great.
the show.
This was awesome.
Yeah.
I hope we
Do we
didn't ruin it.
shake or suck dicks or what do we do?
Yeah, we
That's
should.
it.
We don't do any of that shit. Do you want to plug your Twitch channel and shit?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
where can I find you?
Twitch.tv / Michael_LoPriore. I feel like I just said
How do people
somebody's
remember
like
that?
long
Say that
ass
again.
name.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
what was
say it
it?
again in English.
Twitch.tv / Michael_LoPriore.
Got
and
it.
you guys can find me. I'm always interacting with people, and it's a fun time.
Instagram
It's live
too?
streaming. It's
Yeah.
like 6 hours, but it's fun. Yeah.
I don't have any social networks.
Instagram is Michael_LoPriore.
Because the truth is, I don't want to talk to anybody.
Here he is.
There you go.
This is my limit. This is as much
That's it.
worldly.
He's got his fix
exposure
for the
as I
rest of
get.
his life.
Yeah, that's
You know
it.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
you got-
hundreds
when
of
you got-
thousands of people are going to see
When you
this.
got
All I know is
15
there's
baby
a
moms, you
crowd-
can't be on Interwebs.
There's a crowd of fucking women just standing outside of Joe's house right now. Just
Yeah, I know.
like screaming. Danny looked so desperately right now. He's like, is it true? They're never really there. It's just that one chick so desperately. He's like, I told you it's the alpaca sweater.
And just one more time, if you guys do it, can you just edit me out? Michael LoPriore, killing it, doing my thing. Bronx, New York, born, Albert Einstein Hospital. See me in the streets, 314. Or whatever they do. Peace.